Oh, there's Craig.
What's up?
Craig is just on time.
Just on
Never
time.
early, never late. Always
Craig
just
always
on
knows
time.
where to be.
Welcome back, critters, to another Critterpit filler episode.
Critterpit. What do you mean filler? Special
Critterpit.
reports have their fans.
We haven't hit a main lineup in a few weeks now, but that's
But
okay.
I think we're all feeling a little tired and intimidated by a double feature Fellini.
Yeah, we'll lock in a date with Keegan soon.
Yeah.
Maybe Matrix episode next week though. That shit could
Yeah.
be sick.
I'm
I
ready.
did not realize you watched all of them. I thought we were just gonna hit the first one because I haven't been on Letterboxd. And
Well,
I looked on your page
I thought
today, and I'm like,
initially-
oh shit.
I thought that we had talked about doing all of them like we did for Planet
Oh,
of
yeah.
the Apes.
That's what I wanted to do, but then you
Yeah.
were talking about only doing the one. So I'm like, oh, I thought, okay, I guess we're only doing
Okay.
the one.
I guess I didn't remember what we
just
landed
doing
on.
the one.
I
Yeah.
want to do the
No,
full
I watched
series,
the first
though.
three. Yeah, I'm in for the full series now.
I'm hyped.
I don't know if I could do
Graham on
that.
that ep as well.
I could join maybe for the first one, but I don't know if I have it in me to watch all the Matrixes. Like,
Fair play.
I'm sure I would like
They're
the
long.
sequels a lot more than the first one. Philosophically, maybe no.
We'll save it for the episode.
I
but
feel like they just cover like
Save it for the
more
pod.
topics, but yeah.
they
Save it for the pod.
they technically do, but each movie kind of covers like one or two topics, and then it's just very long.
They always choose the wrong side.
He's starting to believe.
Because there is a wrong and a right side when it comes to philosophical beliefs, as we've
That's what
as
I
we've
know.
You
all
won't
learned.
need to dodge bullets anymore.
Yeah, I
He's
mean,
starting
this
to
isn't the Matrix episode, but that was really
is
cool
not.
when they referenced everything everywhere in that scene in the Matrix. With the
That was
bullets
pretty cool.
freezing. The bullets
What?
freezing.
Cram, you silly goose. That's not how that works. Don't be
I
silly.
think that's exactly how that works.
Well, critters, I have some very happy news for you. Some very glorious, glory to Critterpit Nation news. We fucking got together and we shot a movie. Like
We made a movie.
we actually did that shit.
The movie
first
got out
time-
of the group chat.
Yeah.
For the first time in these summers, we were able to lock in. We were able to
We
fucking
made the
talk to each
48-hour
other.
movie. That
We did. Last year. This year,
yeah.
different story.
I hope you don't mind, but I'm gonna spoil it by playing the audio of. I'm gonna just play this clip here.
Spoilers.
Oh shit, that was spoilers.
Spoilers.
Oh,
I haven't
huge
shown anyone that
spoilers.
clip because I feel
That's a
like
good clip.
I feel
a
like
good clip.
that moment is gonna be the moment where people are like, "Oh shit, they did something cool." If nothing else lands.
I will say I showed my mom that clip because she's like been wondering where I've been, so
Yeah.
I showed her
I'm
that.
so
I've been
excited,
shooting my
man.
friends.
It's so nice, right? Like doing these effects in our films, doing these big setups like the sticky note wall for 315 or what we have planned for 3
Mhm.
Sips is if we can just land
Or
these
the Whip It
effects
movie.
or the Whip It movie, what we have planned for that, no matter like how shit or how janky all the stuff around it may turn out, if we just land that one moment, we know going into the edit, we have that confidence that just like we have that moment. We have that moment, you know?
Oh shit.
And I like that. And I want all of our films to have big moments where we just put so much effort and we kind of go outside of our box a little bit with what we do, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And
Try a different
say-
thing or style for each one too. Like,
oh yeah,
and
big
just
time,
go for
big
it.
time. Like definitely horror is always going to be my wheelhouse. I love horror, but like this next one we're planning is kind of like absurdist comedy.
Mhm.
We're already planning the next one, Critters. We're locked in. You guys don't even
We are
realize
so
how locked in we are.
We do need to work on the big set piece.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Because
I'm feeling
we have
so
a lot
fucking-
we have a lot to do on that, and I'm getting a bit worried with like how close the
I think
the break is that we're planning to shoot it on is.
we will on Friday. Let's sit down and break down step by step what we need to do in material list
Mhm.
because I find that's easiest for me. But let's
Actually-
talk about this shoot. I think this shoot went
Yeah.
pretty well. It was a 3-day film shoot over at Keegan's Acreage. It was me, me, myself,
Me,
and I. No,
myself, and I.
it was me, Keegan, Sam, Caleb, Graham, and Jakey,
Yep,
and it was a wonderful time of fun.
it was.
Oh yeah, Sam. Also on your Instagram, did you edit Jake out of the photo? The group
Yeah, why do you
photo?
edit Jake out, man?
That's what you get for not showing up on the third day.
Yeah, everyone knows third day is photo day.
Part of the ship, part of the crew. You
First-
can't leave.
First day is party day.
Mm-hmm.
Second day is failed
Less
party day.
day.
Yeah. And third day is photo day, and then party day.
And then
Yeah.
extra party day. Yeah, we went a little hard. We partied pretty hard on this set.
I think we might have partied too hard on that first day.
We might have.
I thought
I-
first day was party day though. That's what
It
everyone was
day
saying on
is-
set.
It is party
First
day,
day's
but we
party
might
day.
have might have gone a little too hard. We were up till like 5 a.m. Like the sun was
Not even.
full-
It was like
almost
6
full.
a.m.
6 a.m. The sun had basically like
I mean,
fully
like,
risen.
We were
pretty
chilling because
crazy.
like we really didn't have anything to shoot till like much later in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But just
Although
health
I
wise.
was pretty messed up after that first day. Like that's the most hungover I'd ever been.
Really? I was
Yeah.
being chilling, which might not say good things about me, but I was being chilling.
Yeah, I mean,
Jumping in the
I
pool.
couldn't necessarily tell that you guys were super out of it. You seemed all to be in pretty high spirits.
I
that
did
second
go
day.
home and I had that shower and everything. I drank some tea. I
Mhm.
had some vitamin C and some vitamin D, and some fish oil, and some collagen, and some garlic supplements. So I think that might have
Okay.
helped.
Oh yeah. You're good. You're
Big
good.
time help.
Hmm.
I think for the next film shoots, maybe I know this might be controversial, but maybe we should push party night to the last night. I know
That's probably smart.
Yeah, first night is party night. What we
the first
could
night
do
is party night, but
what we could do is purposely not have very much to film on the second day, and maybe even film nothing on the first
Second day was our busiest day
it
Yeah,
was.
by far.
but maybe going forward we could have like nothing to shoot on the second day, so that we can have party night on first night.
You know what, Graham? What
Or-
we could do? We could move all the stuff from the second day to day 0, and then move
Yeah.
the stuff from the third day to day -1. That way,
Yeah.
day 1 still party day.
Day one is always
Yeah.
party day.
After that, we don't really have to worry about filming anything.
All of our call sheets are like day -3, day -2, day -1,
Day 1
day
party
0,
day.
day 1 party night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I think
I got
that
good
definitely
news.
works.
For you, Graham, this next film shoot we're doing, the Whippets one, is looking like hopefully a 1-day shoot, 2 days max. So
And could theoretically be in the day. Doesn't
You
have to
have-
be night.
Do you have any
Yeah.
idea of when this is going to take place?
so
1800s France is what I was thinking.
I wrote in the
No,
script. just-
not narratively. Like when it's going to be made. I mean,
September.
First week,
Sometime in September.
first day back.
first day back. Okay.
I think we could
And-
fucking do it pretty early on in the school year. I think this would be a
Yeah.
great project. Just get the ball rolling. Get the
And you are
juices
thinking
Everybody
of-
on set, and then we can roll it into a real party after.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And you are thinking of using me as the lead and not Rob, right?
I actually think. Well, we might hold auditions for it.
Depends who the
but
lead is as well. Who do you consider the lead character? There's a couple that you can
I
make a
think
pretty
Graham would
compelling
make
case
an
for.
excellent Gabriel. I think Graham would make an excellent Gabriel.
I
think
agree.
he could
I
do.
agree.
I
But
think like
I
he'd make
also kind of want Ryan, just because it would be a fun joke for me and
It
all the
would
fans
be.
of Basement Blues, where he's a drug peddler.
it would be, but I kind of had Graham in mind when I was writing it, and I just think he could pull the cadence. He would have like, oh, Graham, I sent you the script if you ever want to read it. It's
Oh,
it's a
okay.
silly one.
I don't check my Gmail, so I'll check it
It's
out.
kind of a silly script. I only wrote it because I was procrastinating, editing one mistake. I'm like, I have to be productive, so I just wrote
I
that
get
in
it.
a haze.
Let me know when you want that footage, because I'm gonna just forget about it until you
Oh yeah,
specifically
please,
ask me.
right away.
And
I
not
I've
also want
only-
the
not
footage
tonight,
if there's
'cause I'm
any
gonna-
way to get it to me.
I could put on a hard drive when you get back in Red Deer.
Okay, yeah. That'd be
I
sick.
kind of want to come up to Edmonton one more time before the school year's out, though, or the summer's out.
That would have to be like next week if you want to stay with me.
Oh yeah, probably not then. Que lastima.
Unless you want to go like right before school starts.
I mean, we could do that.
But yeah, and then I could drive back with you. Saves
I'm
That could be a vibe.
money.
I'm out of it right now. I'm feeling like Nathan Fielder's character in The Curse. Like I'm feeling like there's cameras slowly zooming on me from all angles right now.
We tried to do some curse stuff in this.
Yeah,
film.
I hope it comes out well.
I feel like The Curse has been so influential. Even just that first episode for me. Like every project we've done since we watched that first episode together. Like I think all of us have been suggesting let's do a curse shot.
Oh yeah.
I'm watching
There's-
the curse
there's-
footage we got.
In Desperate Times, so much of that is like the curse. Like I
Yeah.
trying to film on like long lenses and slow zooms.
I will
Like-
say with Desperate Times,
Just don't
I
fuck it up.
liked the first edit the best. I'm gonna be
Oh,
honest.
yeah. I was
like-
just going crazy with it by the end.
Yeah. And it's still
Having
good.
some fun.
It's still good. I just love the first edit. Like I personally like the linear storytelling. Like I know they keep
Mhm.
pushing that in class, the non-linear.
I think
with,
it's
like,
good to experiment with it, like especially when it's just like a 2-minute thing and there's no stakes. You can kind of play around.
Damn, I'm looking at the footage for the first time for one mistake. It's looking a lot better than I thought it would.
That's good.
I don't know why I just assumed my DSLR would capture like the grainiest footage ever, but like it's looking pretty good.
Some of the stuff that we get like bump the ISO way up is going to be real grainy, but we tried to keep it like
I don't mind that stuff. I don't mind the super grainy stuff for like the second half.
I've
yeah.
only seen like 2 DSLR shots because I was usually like in a position where I couldn't see the monitor.
Yeah. Graham
Oh,
was doing
God.
sound for all the people that weren't on set.
Damn,
Yeah.
you put so much water on my face, Graham.
Yeah.
Is it
does-
obvious?
To me it is, but like it
We
does
have a
look like
lot of options with that too before there's water.
Like
it does look like I'm distressed.
yeah. I think the water added to it, like obviously would be better to use something like glycerin or something to make sweat. But we like that would require
God.
planning in advance.
I think
we're gonna
that's the
acquire
biggest
glycerin.
reason why
That
I'm
would
so
require
nervous to
planning.
start editing this is just like editing footage
think-
of myself. It's
I
gonna be
think-
cringe.
No,
Nit-
it'll be good.
I think having nitroglycerin would have been interesting too, because then you probably would have actually been sweating.
Yeah. Burning.
No,
Damn,
just
this might be
just to
Kino.
have it nearby, just like the idea that nitroglycerin could go off at any time. I think you'd be sweating.
Yeah, like
wanna-
Wages of Fear.
That was a really fun shoot though. I'm really happy we got it done. Made it out of the group chat. We all came together. Y'all were a great team. It was great.
We should talk a little bit about the barn in which we were filming.
I thought you were gonna
Yeah,
say you
and-
should talk a little bit about the goop pit.
the goop pit. Gotta talk about the
You
goop
gotta
pit.
hit the goop pit. But the farm, we had a very fun atmospheric farm, but full
Perfect
of like
barn house.
dust.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect locale. But
Graham kept saying that this is going to be our John Wayne shoot where we
No,
all get
Keegan
cancer.
kept
No,
saying
that was
Keegan was saying that? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I
Yeah.
know. I can't
was-
even picture who John Wayne is.
that was our stalker, man.
Let me see.
Yeah,
I was
John
giving y'all
Wayne?
cancer.
stalker.
Y'all were all wearing masks, and I wasn't wearing a mask the whole time because I'm not a liberal. Whoa.
You're like coughing by the end though. You were
I was
I
dying.
could
Yeah.
feeling it. Right
I
as the
took three-
adrenaline kind of stopped because we finished shooting, you were like, "Oh, what the fuck?"
The
Yeah.
first day wasn't too bad for me. Like I had a little bit of allergies, but then like I think it was the third day where I wasn't really using my mask as much. Like I was tasting blood in my
Damn.
throat.
Yeah, and Caleb was definitely feeling it like right from the get go. Like,
Yeah.
Y'all
I think
soldiered
pretty
through though.
rough.
And
Were
I
you
think it was
the
worth
only
it.
one there that doesn't have dust allergies?
I
I
might
don't
be.
have dust allergies.
But you're being affected by it.
Oh yeah, I was wearing the mask the whole time. Like,
Yeah. Me
I
and
don't want to
Caleb
breathe it in.
we're talking about our dust allergies. That was actually pretty cool. Me and Caleb were having kind of a battle of wits behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I had a conversation with him about a certain person I know. We were talking about like narcissistic manipulators, and he was saying how scary
Just
it
talking
is.
about Ethan.
And he was like, yeah, I'm very socially smart, so I could manipulate all the people around me, but I don't
That sounds
because of
like
my
Caleb.
morals. And then I was like, how do I know you're not just saying that to put me into a false sense of security? And they just stared at me. And then I was going, he's manipulating us, and no
That
one
sounds like
believes
Caleb.
me. And then at another point, I caught him on, like, to be fair, it was healthy. It was for a good reason, but I caught him on some manipulation, and I called it out like a day later, and he was like,
Oh,
"Oh
yeah?
shit, I didn't know you noticed that."
He was manipulating?
Yeah, it was during the whipped cream event. He told us, he suggested we put it in the fridge, and I was like, that's not gonna help. But I did it anyway. And then I called him out on it like a day, or like way later in the evening, and he was like, "Oh, yeah."
Did the whipped cream ever have the desired effect? No.
It did. It did for me. It did for me. It was
Yeah, it
really
did for you.
good. I love whipped cream.
Whipped cream's delicious.
Tasty. But it doesn't need to be chilled. That's what we learned.
No, it's fine.
Because the thing is that like it kind of hardens it. It slows things down inside, and it makes the whipped cream like a different texture, and you want a nice, fluffy, warm,
hit.
But yeah, I'm a little sad that only I got to enjoy the whipped cream. I love this.
In retrospect,
for our next film, we'll be doing a lot of research. We'll hit that. We'll figure it out.
We'll see.
We'll be getting like a proper dispenser and everything for it, and
yeah. I want to talk about that first day, man. That first day on One Mistake, leading up to like the big effect of the film, was so intense. Oh my god, it felt like Oppenheimer sent off.
You want to spoil it or?
No, I don't want to spoil it.
Okay, spoil it.
Holy shit! Because I was there every step of the way, every single test with Caleb, testing it right, seeing all the explosions, all the blowups. I actually want to do a compilation of all the fails of it. I think that'd be very fun.
Have a blooper reel at the end.
God, it was intense because I knew we only had so many shots at it, right? And the first shot failed.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but I was literally like sticking with anxiety. It made my performance
fail spectacularly though. Like it wasn't.
Oh no, it was
nothing got
an optimistic.
Yeah,
an optimistic.
We got it on the second one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad I said to make that incision inside of Caleb.
Yeah,
I think that helped.
Because like I don't think you can see it at all on the camera. Like I didn't see any like close-ups of it, but I don't think it shows up at all on the camera.
I will say, perhaps the blood was a little too blue, a little too purple, but
you think so? Okay. It was like brown.
Yeah,
we'll fix it in post. Color correct it.
I think we can color correct it. I think it'll be chill, but I think it was a tad too purple.
We definitely gotta like perfect it because like
we do.
The vision I was going for is like when movies try to do real blood, it's really dark.
Yeah.
And then like slasher movies will usually go into that campy fake territory of that really red, almost.
I think for our purposes, it worked really well.
Which
it's
actually
good contrast between the two.
You know which movie used really neon red blood? Longlegs.
Dawn of the Dead.
Longlegs.
No,
we're not ready yet.
No, have you seen the blood in Dawn of the Dead? That is.
No, I haven't watched Dawn of the Dead. I need to watch that one because I like when I was little, I was obsessed with George A. Romero, but I like only watched Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah, I really like Dawn of the Dead. It's good. I went to see it with Connor actually at
the
Metro Cinema.
Dawn of the Dead. Is that the supermarket one?
The mall one, yeah.
Or the mall, I meant. Yeah.
Oh wow!
Look at that blood.
That's epic. That's awesome. Love that. But yeah, hopefully the edit will come together for One Mistake.
Exactly.
I kind of like the look of the zombies in this, like these early George A. Romero, where they're just completely human.
Yeah, and just like kind of gray. I really like that. There are some zombies in Dawn of the Dead that are like weird and fucked up, but most are just gray people.
Yeah. And then there was I didn't watch all of it, but Return of the Living Dead.
Yeah, that's the other guy who made
He worked
Night of the
on
Living Dead.
Night of the Living.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one.
That one's fun. That's
very
very campy.
That one scarred me when I was little because of the Tar Man.
Oh yeah.
Still to this day, like probably one of the freakiest designs for something.
Oh, undoubtedly.
Like, look at that.
We got to do that. We need to do the
that's
Tar Man.
awesome.
We need to do the Whipped Cream Man.
And like just the way that it like it talks too, despite its mouth not moving at all. It's so uncanny.
It's a good tongue movement as well.
Yeah, it is a little like cheesy. If you look really close, you can just see the guy's teeth. You can see his mouth under the prosthetics. But yeah, like, it's so freaky. It was. Yeah, that scarred me for quite a while. For a number of years, I would think about that thing when I was in the dark basement.
And it's coming to get you.
Yeah, it's such a just freaky appearance.
I really want to make a zombie movie.
That would be really cool. I'd be so.
Have I pitched you guys my zombie movie? I
don't
wrote
think
a
so.
zombie. It's about to. Initially, the pitch is like from as if we were gonna do like a fake advertisement for this beer, and this is my idea of how like zombies get created. Is there's this mad scientist who like he strains beer through a cadaver, and it like creates the best tasting beer, but it also turns people into zombies. And then it's like a house party where people are drinking this beer and slowly turning into zombies. And
we
there's
could
these
tie
two
that into 3 sips.
Yeah, two characters who are like they're both like doing some kind of drug for the first time and they think that they're going crazy. But it turns out people are just turning into zombies. Don't steal my idea, Judd Apatow, Seth Rogen.
Well, we're making a fake beer for 3 sips. I don't know if I told you that, but
oh yeah,
we could tie it in. Get my brother to do the design for it. Speaking of which, Graham, we still need to come up with like the fake name for that beer and like the monologue and everything. Because he's literally just waiting on that.
We got to change the monologue a little bit.
We do, because he has all the designs ready. He just is waiting on our end.
Okay,
they're pretty dope designs too. Did you see those? I sent pictures, right? I think they're pretty nice designs.
You showed me with like the rust and stuff.
Yeah, I really like the rust one.
I think White Pickup probably is a good. I like that name.
White Pickup IPA or White Pickup beer?
Yeah,
it's good. Like that. I mean, I like that it references the beer that you based it on too.
We could also like come up with like if there's words for like bad day.
I'm just glad we're not going with the original. It's just not worth the trouble.
We could do like White Pickup Long Day IPA.
Long Day White. I like that. Long Day White Pickup IPA, something like that. Yeah. Long Day IPA.
Or I'm just looking at like synonymous.
Because parody is completely free use.
Yeah. Actually, I don't know if that's true in Canada. Because remember, I don't know.
I feel like it's also far enough removed. Like White Pickup. That could be referencing a number of things.
Oh yeah, because I guess that is a little different. Like our prof in our business class was talking about how they were trying to parody like a show and it got shut down.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't quite work the same as it does in the U.S. and Canada. But I think they were like calling it the same show, or it was very obviously like supposed to be that show that they're parodying. Whereas this, it's like it could be anything. A white pickup truck.
I'm so excited.
The joke is just for you guys. Like,
yeah,
you know that. It's a parody that like nobody else will understand because it's purely something that we find funny.
I'm honestly so excited for this project, man. I think it's so like we've got so many good ideas going into this. We just need to be able to make it all work.
Yeah.
Sam, do
Pretty.
you have any idea? Like, would you like to be on this project? I don't think I've
Oh
asked
yeah,
that.
absolutely.
Would
Mhm.
you have any roles of what you'd like to do for this?
I'll do whatever. I like
You
jumping
wanna
around.
you wanna
I
AD?
did. I did also give like a very brief description to Dom, and he really
Okay.
wanted to be on it. He was like,
Okay.
"I love that."
I could AD. I would be down to AD again. It's a long script, right? It's like,
I think we definitely.
Yeah.
yeah,
How
15
long
pages right
how
now.
long is the project that we just shot? Because that one, I remember being on set and I was like, I feel like we got like no coverage.
I
But
felt that too, but we got it.
yeah,
I'm
For this
looking
project,
for
we
one
got a
mistake.
lot of
the one we
coverage.
just did. Yeah, no, it felt like we didn't though.
No, we did.
But it might have
Yeah,
been because you were actively like cutting stuff.
Yeah.
I just cut a lot of the intercut stuff just because Sam was right. It would be very distracting to the audience. I was just too inside my own like mind of like the perfect you know how, like you write a
Mhm.
project and you have all these justifications for all the little details and all the things you
Yeah.
want to do,
Yeah.
and in your mind it's perfect. It's
It makes
perfect.
so much sense.
But when
Yeah.
it cuts down to reality, it won't cut it. And also the locations weren't hidden. I didn't see any way we could do like the blue lighting I wanted to do. It wasn't
Yeah.
working. So I don't think that's a big loss either because it's literally just for my own
Yeah.
satisfaction.
It would have been so
Um,
confusing. Like,
It would have been, yeah.
I am also thinking I kind of want to collaborate with Caleb on writing something because we were both
Oh yeah,
talking and we both have a love of like existential horror. I was gonna
sick.
pitch this to him while we were on set, just like working together, not
well,
any
he listens to
particular
the
idea.
podcast now, so pitch to
Yeah,
him here.
Yeah,
but just something involved with existential horror, and I know Caleb likes to go really into the science of stuff, and I think it'd be so cool to like really go hard into some like scientific existential horror.
that'd be awesome. I'd be so down to help you guys out with that.
That'd be very cool.
This is one mistake is kind of me and Caleb's first like duo project. Me and him kind of built it up together, and
Yeah,
I really liked that process.
I know. I was there during the start,
Hmm.
and it was very different from kind of the ideas we were throwing around. Like
Yeah.
when you just kind of pitched the basic idea of it to me, I was like thinking like a cliff. I like the idea of like falling off of a cliff.
Mm.
I think that like
Falling off a
could you
cliff.
could
I mean,
use it in a future, like someone falling off a cliff. I just want to include that in something.
I like that too. For this scene, a cliff, I feel like that would have been so cheesy. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
I never pitched falling off a cliff to you for this project.
No,
What are
no,
you
no, no.
talking?
I think I pitched that to you, Ethan.
Oh, okay.
When you were
I heard
first telling me
gaslighted me.
just no,
also,
just like the basic idea of like what happens in it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
I
no,
was like, oh, you could have it like you're having him on
that
like the edge of a cliff, and he like,
you know, it could be so cool with it if we went that route. Like, we obviously don't have a budget, and this is just like pure fantasy. But like having like a stunt car, right? That he's like, you know, character has to jump out of and
yeah,
has to go off a cliff. That would be so fucking sick, dude.
yeah, I think that the shooting, like just narratively, is much more impactful. Like,
Yeah, and it's rooted in reality too. A lot of
yeah,
reality.
and with the gun, right? It's somebody else has to pull the trigger. If it's like a stunt car, I feel like you can kind of be like, oh, Kate, that was like on him.
Yeah.
I was on
But in
him.
this case, it's not, right? It's out of his
Unless you
hands,
do like
literally.
unless you do a death proof on him, and you have like the very safe on the one side of the car, very dangerous on the other.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what was I going to say? Oh, I think that cliff idea just comes from that blood on the tracks. That with that I've explained that to you, but in that manga, and this is spoilers for anyone who wants to read Blood on the Tracks. It's a manga. At the end of the first issue, the main character's mom has this first kind of like insanity, like her mind's breaking, and she pushes the main character's cousin off of a cliff and then smiles back at him as all these butterflies like crescendo in the background. Very very horrifying
Creepy.
and beautiful. I got to pick that up again because I got I think 8 issues in and then just kind of stopped. I didn't have the money to spend like $20 every month on a new issue. But yeah,
Makes it tough.
I do want to adapt that. But
when you said Cliff, it made me think of that Elijah Wood Macaulay Culkin movie, in which like a mother is holding her two sons, Elijah Wood and Macaulay Culkin, and has to decide which one to let die and which one to carry. That's what I was imagining. It was Ethan holding Keegan and Caleb and having to decide which one to let go.
Is that like a remake? Because I know that there was like an
I think it's
there was an older movie.
It's a French movie.
It wasn't a French one. There was like an older movie where it's this family that's like on this cliff all together, and one of them falls, and like all of their supports break, so it's just like the daughter hanging on, and they've got to choose who they're gonna like. If they're gonna cut off the dad, who's at the bottom, he was at the top, but like the whole chain broke.
Yeah, no, this one is just fully like two kids. Like, and the mother has to decide which one to let die.
Are they young in it?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
and,
I don't think
Macaulay Culkin plays like a psychopath in it though, so it's a little bit easier of a decision. I think Macaulay Culkin's character like kills a kid or something. Like, I don't remember. It's been a while since I've seen that movie, but that scene was very impactful to me.
And then on top of that, I was kind of writing a script about caving, being stuck down in caves that they gotta like. What's it called when you just go straight down, like rappelling? Would that be like a dead drop?
Is it not just called rappelling?
Well, like rappelling just like straight down into a cave. Like you're not climbing anything, you're just like going straight down. I don't know what that's called. That might be something completely different, but I had a bit of a idea about something like that I was writing.
Sounds cool.
Mars Laws Low was the working title for it.
Is that a reference to Mars Needs Moms?
No.
I just keep watching one mistake footage. All I'm doing in the background.
I gaslighted Ethan about the names of so like Mar is a character in it, and I was trying to be like, oh, it's based on someone, and then I had him fully convinced it was like Runmar from our school. And it's like, no, like I don't know him very well. I don't think I could write a script about Runmar at all.
That'd be awesome if you wrote a script about Runmar.
Like I've talked to him like maybe like 5 times.
He's great.
Yeah, he's really nice. But I don't think I know him at all. I don't think I could characterize him at all.
Yeah, that would be difficult.
So yeah,
Keegan did a great job on this project.
Keegan did. He transformed.
I'm just watching
from beginning to end.
He really did. I really like some of the lighting we have on him too.
Yeah.
And I like that really low angle, seeing the like roof of the barn too. That's a vibe.
It's a weird roof.
I was a little worried about Keegan's performance, like in some of the first takes, but like he quickly got so much into the groove, and I was like, "Holy shit!"
Oh my god,
well,
he fucking killed it, dude! At the end,
we did a lot of rehearsing.
Yeah,
like I was a little worried just because like he's not an actor; he's never acted. This is
and like that came out in like the first takes, like it was really stunted. Some of the dialogue was like not coming out right, and then after like I think like 2 takes, he was like perfect. Like I could.
Right?
By the time we got to his coverage, he nailed it every time. Like,
yeah, it was beautiful. It was movie magic, man. Like his delivery. Like why I laughed there is what's the one line where he was like, "I got the gun here, so you're gonna indulge me." And there's like a long because I was telling him work with the pauses, and it's a long pause. Yeah. And he's like, "Cocksucker." It's great.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
Yeah, because on the first take, he was like, "I got the gun here, so indulge me, cocksucker."
Yeah, just like as anyone who's trying to memorize.
Yeah.
Beat a lot of memorized lines would, right?
Everything, like all those pauses were so perfect by the end. It was it was gonna be chills.
Right? He fucking like I kept looking over to Sam, like, and he wasn't looking back because he was operating the camera, but I was like, "Fuck yeah, that was good."
Yeah.
And then the lighting.
There's a few times where I would look over because it was like just that good. Like,
yeah. Caleb, on the other hand, terrible actor.
Yeah.
We had to
He-
redo all this shit.
He
Just
crashed the production. No, but
unprofessional.
Caleb had
No,
some
he
great
did a good
delivery
job.
on that third day. Some wonderful delivery. Like great delivery on
Yeah,
the
Caleb did a
second day
good job.
too, but on the third
Mhm,
day,
mhm.
some. But yeah, no, Keegan's definitely the standout. Just like especially coming from not ever acting. Great
Yeah.
stuff.
And then I think you also did a really good job on that like
Oh.
final shot when we finally got the water,
Mhm.
Yeah.
like the water in. I was like looking at Sam's screen.
That was
Yeah.
okay.
I was like, yeah, this hits.
I
We
was
should buy a
actually
little
crying.
monitor.
'Cause, yeah, you were actually
the
crying on the
DSLR.
last take. I was like, yeah, I was fully believing it.
Fuck. I know that's the one I have to use, but I'm just dreading editing that because it's just such a like vulnerable, emotional like scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm not looking forward to that. But
I'm really excited to see how the end comes together.
you think it's gonna be okay?
I think just like lean into the craziness. Like jump all over the place. Don't
I
worry
think I
about
will.
continuity. Continuities for pussies. You know,
I
just
really
go
right now
crazy
just
with
want
it.
to focus on getting that first half just as tight as I fucking can.
Yeah.
Do you think? I think there's a tight cut in there. Like there's obviously some shaky camera just with like the tripod we were shooting on, and maybe
I
we
think
should have gotten more Caleb coverage.
Actually, I'm gonna send that.
Yeah.
Have you sent
I don't know
anything
what else
to?
we would have gotten, but
Have you sent anything to Mike Keegan?
No, not yet. I need to get a rough cut together for him.
I'm gonna send him the shot, the FX
Yeah.
shot.
I'm
See what
really
he-
excited to work with Keegan, man, because if he can pull together and get that like that really like classical gangster mafia score I'm looking for, and then
Mhm.
even if he can't pull together for the second half, like I think that's maybe where we deploy our boy Eric Loken, you know. And I think it'll really come together. Hopefully.
Mhm.
and if it
Yeah.
doesn't, we'll go to
I'm not sure if he can, but if Keegan has talked
John
about it,
Williams.
Keegan has talked about in the past getting like some performers to play actual instruments of the compositions that he writes.
Mhm.
Because I know on Possible Mission he did the composition for it, and like it fits so well. But
Yeah.
there is the fact that it's like a MIDI software that it sounds a little jank just because of the MIDI software. If it was real instruments, it would sound perfect. But like it's hard to organize that, and we put him on a tight deadline
Yeah.
for Possible Mission. So, but
Yeah.
he killed it on that one.
Overall, I really hope One Mistake comes together well, but I'm happy with what we got. I'm really happy with our team, and I think it's
Mhm.
at least given me confidence to just keep on moving forward and keep on doing stuff. You know,
Mhm.
keep on just putting together
Keep it on.
productions and getting the best shit we can.
I really want to focus on doing some stuff for school because I'm getting kind of worried that like I'm not going to be doing anything and I'm not going to get
Speaking of
marked
which,
great.
I got a promotion for you, Graham, if you're interested.
Okay.
Talk
Because
to
our boy
Connor,
Jake's
because
gone.
yeah.
A
How would you
promotion.
like to be camera up for Fox Mud?
Whoa! I want to do. I thought I was doing that.
Oh, you are.
What am I doing?
Your camera up, but like
You
we're
just
gonna need.
offered Graham camera up.
Well, like when I say camera up, I mean like the focus and the zoom. Like this team will just. You're my camera team, is what I'm saying.
I see.
I'll take camera up as long as Sam is completely kicked off the set and it's all me.
Oh, you guys are my team. I vouched for you, Graham. I
I
vouched for
can't
you in
work with
front of the
Graham. I can't
director.
work. I can't
I
work
would
with Graham.
I'd definitely be down for that.
Dope.
I need to get into some more camera stuff. I'd love to like
That's what I was
really
saying.
get locked in for camera. I want to focus on that this year. I'd like to get a camera, but financially that's
I'm
that's not in the
also
picture at the
looking
moment.
at getting a better camera because
Let's
I
all
love.
save up for an FX3 together.
Do you think
Yeah.
the
And then I'll
DSLR
keep it.
will be able to coast us for a while?
Actually, I would be
I want
kind
an
of
FX3.
I would be down for that because then we could do stuff together. We could open like a cinematography.
And that's kind of like a forever camera too. Like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We could do weddings.
How
Yeah.
much is an FX3?
don't even worry about it. Don't even
How
look.
much is Sony FX3?
Let's get one of those drones.
You fucking wait. No, this is can't be right.
The FX3?
FX3, yeah.
Cinema line full frame camera, Sony, Canada.
Probably that one, yeah. That sounds about right.
It looks like just a DSLR though.
No, it's like a shrunken version of the FX6.
The Ilmi FX3?
Sony.
It
This
looks
is
like-
Sony. It's Sony Ilmi FX3 ILME.
Is
Let
the
me
one
look
you're
at it.
looking at just looking like a
Oh yeah. Yeah,
DSLR?
DSLR.
Yeah.
And that's chill?
Like that is just the body of it with no attachments. Like
Yeah,
even the
with-
ones we have at school have attachments on them.
It's a cinema camera, right? So like it's better than DSLR.
Okay.
Well, for cinema, but for taking pictures.
Yeah,
it's
for
probably not.
pictures, yeah, obviously.
It's looking at $5,000 to start, guys.
There
Or
is
we could
also
well, that's just the
alternatively
body. We need lenses as well.
alternatively there is like the Black Magic cameras, which I've always
Yeah.
wanted to get into. Like
We used the Blackmagic camera on the 48 Hour movie.
oh yeah,
Okay.
It was
you
pretty
got
good.
that from Pava?
Yep.
Honestly, even looking at the DSLR footage, it's not too bad.
Yeah, but having a cinema camera would be pretty
Oh,
epic.
Game changer.
and if we buy this and we register our Sony camera or lens, we can get $50 cash back. So that it
Hell
basically
yeah.
pays for itself.
That's
Let's
all
look
worth
at
it.
used FX3. How much
Surely
is
we
this?
can find one.
I find it weird how non-used the Blackmagic cameras are, because like everyone I've talked to about them, they're like, oh yeah, they're really good. They're not like if you're shooting like I was on that film set, like the
Hmm.
I can share the title for that because it's public, but it's One Click. And
Whoa. Whoa.
Copyright infringement.
Whoa. That is copyright infringement.
yeah, I know they stole the idea from us, but yeah,
What?
actually it does kind of overlap.
What?
There's a line in it where they're like one click can decide a man's fate. It's a western.
Okay. Sorry. I found a Reddit post that said, I found a used FX3 with a bunch of goodies for $1,400 on Facebook Marketplace. That's a scam, right? That has to be a scam.
I don't know. On Facebook Marketplace, some people sell stuff for like really cheap. Like
Yeah.
as I was saying about my one friend, they got like the best graphics card that's currently on the market for consumers. Plus like a full computer besides that, and it was like 2,600. Like the
I
whole
never
computer
lucky.
was easily worth over $5,000, and he paid. And he was talking with the guy. The guy was like, "The graphics card's just too good." He said he was like one of the #1 players in Diablo, and like it was just too good. Like he didn't have fun anymore playing games because the graphics.
The
Helped him
graphics
too
were
much.
too good.
Okay, guys, how good is a Blackmagic design pocket cinema camera 4K camcorder? Is that
It's a
good?
Yeah, hold
camcorder.
on,
Can you
hold on.
can you
Let
put
me
different
bring it.
lenses on it?
Looks like it. Because
Let me
there's
see.
one
The
for $2,000 in Look Home.
products, professional cameras.
What was it
You
called
said-
again?
That's a Blackmagic design pocket cinema camera.
Pocket
4K.
cinema. Oh yeah. I believe those are fully like film cameras. They're just really small, and they're like kind of the more budget ones.
Is 2,000 a steal?
It can shoot
Seems like-
4K. Good. Like we never shoot in 4K, and even if you're just shooting in 4K, so that you can like punch in and not lose.
There's
Stuff
a
is really
Sony
good.
FX6 cinema camera for $6,000 in Calgary.
Buy it.
Fuck,
I
guys.
think we should just.
I'll
I
put
think
in
we
for
should
that.
just. We should pool in
I would
our
put in.
money.
I would put in for that too, guys. That's sick.
For what?
Sony FX6 cinema camera for 6,000. That seems like a good deal.
FS.
Seems like a
cinema
damn
camera.
good deal.
Where's the cinema?
Or how about a Blackmagic Pocket 6K for 2,300?
Might as well go for the 6K if it's only a $300 difference.
Yeah.
God.
I'm pretty sure like one of the issues is they get a little hot, the Blackmagic cameras.
And I also looked and it seemed like the battery life is pretty inconsistent, but if we
Yeah.
get a V mount plate,
Like they're definitely not top of the line. I think we should honestly just pool our money together and get like an Ari Alexa.
There's an FX6 in Edmonton for 5,200.
I don't know if you guys are trolling, but I would actually be down a friggin' pooling for a camera.
I'd be down.
I'd be down.
We gotta organize our own studio though, and then we gotta use it to film weddings.
Critterpit studio.
For money.
We just have to keep the camera at my house at all times.
I think we should keep it at my place.
I'm just
You know,
imagining.
How about putting this out there, putting it at my place?
Well, if Graham and I are both living on campus, it should probably be at my place. That way, it's kind of like
but campus
right
is
on
not
campus,
the best
right
security.
there.
Not the best security.
No, but I'll be good.
No, you won't.
I'll sleep with it. It'll be good.
I'd actually be down because like I want to start moving towards like obviously making as many short films as we can, but like pooling as much equipment as we can.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fine and dandy buying the cheap stuff, but it doesn't make sense long run, you know? Like I would really
you
like
want to get the best, right?
I want to start build not even the best, just like
usable for a while.
Yeah.
Because you'll end up spending more money if you just get cheap shit, right? Like
mid-tier. Oh, is this a 3600 one you sent me?
No, it's 5,200, but it's the FX6.
On one hand, I have like thought about a lot about getting cameras, and from everything I see about like online filmmakers, just people that kind of do it almost like as a hobby, and they'll go out and like film weddings and stuff. They all say like start off with your phone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and true.
Better than that now.
I do feel like we're at a level where we know our camera movements, and we want to do this fun stuff. It is just tough with what
but
we have.
You can do a lot to make a cheaper camera look a lot better.
True. And right now, in the like immediate term, we should probably just focus on what we can do with the Canon, the DSLR.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
But fuck, it's nice.
It'd be so awesome to own a camera like this.
One thing I do want to learn for the future is color correction. I really want to go hard on color correction this year and try to get just really good at it. But I don't really know where to start.
If Graham focuses on color correction, I focus on something else, Sam focuses on something else, we can become such a tight little production studio.
Yeah, imagine we're like, I keep going to the wedding thing for money, but imagine we're shooting someone's wedding. We get these beautiful shots of the bride and groom and everything, and then I color correct it to make it all scary and
and haunting.
Yeah. Exactly. We never make any money. We're known as the horror wedding filmmakers.
But we have a very dope niche audience.
We have a great setup.
Yeah. We'll get like some couple that's really into like horror, and then we'll do like a nice happy wedding for them.
Oh god, that fucking is FX6 like is that industry standard or below now?
That's way below now.
Below, yeah.
That's miles.
Is that a pretty old camera?
Ethan, you gotta understand industry standard cameras are like $500,000 and up.
They also said that they change like every 2 years. Like the industry standard is just always.
Well, what I mean by industry standard, like if you are an independent cinematographer and you pull up on a set with an FX6, are you gonna laugh it down?
No.
Okay.
I think most independent cinematographers are honestly using like Canon Rebels.
Okay. Well, no, I wouldn't say Canon. Canon Rebel's a pretty budget camera.
No. Like the more expensive ones, like the Rebel line, goes up to like.
Isn't Rebel the consumer?
They have a bunch of the Rebel ones. Like they are consumer, but they have like my dad has like one that was a couple grand.
Yeah.
And it is a Canon Rebel. I'm not sure the exact model, but I've used that.
I got a T7i, I believe. Yeah, it's a nice little camera.
I used the Canon Rebel
for the job done
for I think like It Burns 1 and 2. but I had no idea about like anything with cameras. Like there's very grainy footage. I didn't know anything about white balance or like there's even shots out of focus. Like I didn't know how to focus properly.
Look at us now.
I think
Probably still a lot of shots out of focus, but
yeah.
other
fucking
things were fine.
monitor. Yeah, monitor should probably
A
be
monitor is actually a priority.
I mean, like TV was kind of clutch, but still.
But having it on the camera, like you can't use the TV as
what if
as an operator. That was kind of disorienting.
Instead of spending all this money on a camera, let's spend like I think it's like around 1,000, even less. Like there's some pretty budget ones, but get a 3D printer and then we could just like print a camera.
True.
Yeah. Or even lights is probably smarter.
For $135 in Lacombe, an HD field camera monitor.
Field World?
135?
Aperture. It is. It's APUTURE. That could be the play, guys.
Yeah. It's probably not a bad thing to have, and if you ever want to be like a first assistant camera operator, right? You need one.
You see Ari Alexa.
We should maybe
monitor.
We should maybe look at this.
How much are these Ari Alexas? Okay, I don't want deny all the cookies. I don't want them.
This is the shopping episode, critters.
Yeah.
They don't even show a price on the Ari website. Like they know people can't afford it. They don't show the price.
Oh yeah. You have to ask.
I still think Aris are the standard. Because what was it? That shoot that I was on, the one click. I was talking with the cinematography department, the camera department, and the DOP on that set owned his Ari Alexa. Like it was his.
Yeah.
And he said it was like, it was very expensive, and he was like, you should look up how much the viewfinder is, and I did, and it was like a lot more than a car. Very, very nice car for just the viewfinder.
Okay, this is what I'm looking at, and it's no longer available with this website. But this is what I'm looking at on Facebook Marketplace for $135. Let me know what you guys think about this.
Fine HD, 7-inch LCD, supports up to Ultra HD 30 with firmware, 2.4 HDMI component composite, 90 brightness, contrast ratio.
Built-in peaking.
Seems decent.
Yeah.
Wait, what was that? Built-in peaking?
That's what it says. I don't know if that would work with the DSLR, but
you don't think so?
False color, zebra, gray, blue, red.
Like the monitor. Wait, what's peaking again?
That's like focus.
Oh, that would be fucking sick. That would be fucking game changer.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like a good one. I haven't heard anything.
There's also a Lilliput one.
Oh my god, it's got analog. It's got analog on it.
What does that mean?
If you look at the pictures
the
of the thing you sent, like it's like what you use to hook up like a Wii to your TV.
But it has HDMI as well.
Yeah.
It doesn't have any HDMI out, so you couldn't put it onto a TV as well. Doesn't.
You just get an HDMI splitter.
No, but you need it to go in and out.
Yeah.
This one, there's a Lilliput field monitor and Airdrie for $150 that has in and out.
Where is
But it's.
I think
the signal's a little worse, or the screen resolution's worse.
We should.
Anyway.
Do you think I should? Do you want me to start talking to this Lacombe guy? Do you want me to start?
Keep looking around for a little while, because this is like 20 minutes of research or whatever.
Yeah.
Before we pulled the trigger, we were just talking about how it's important to get good stuff, not just get the first thing we see.
This is why you're good. This is why it's good you're here, Sam. I have an issue with just impulse buying. I'm gonna add that to my cart though.
And impulse stealing my Amazon Basics tripod.
It's a nice tripod.
It is a nice tripod. It was like $20.
Now I'm looking at cinema tripods on Facebook Marketplace.
We need a cinema camera first before you get a cinema tripod.
Yeah, but it's nice to have a nice tripod.
Honestly, cinema tripod, not worth it. Not worth it.
It's so worth
Dude,
it. Are you kidding?
it is so
like a
worth it.
Not worth
smooth
it. Not worth
pan
it.
and tilt?
Not
That
worth
is
it.
so worth it. That is so worth it.
No, not worth it.
It is, man.
It is
It's
so
not
worth it.
Not worth it.
I
These
just
are
not
the
worth it.
tripods at school that
it's a whole
it.
different game. Why
No,
isn't
they're
anyone
a lot
selling
nicer.
industry standard tripods on?
yeah,
I don't
cheap.
think they're typically advertised as industry standard.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
I know
Hold
what you
on,
mean.
we got the Blackmagic Micro Studio Camera 4K G2 for $1,400.
That sounds like a very good idea or a good price.
It's very tiny.
What
It looks like it's slightly bigger than a GoPro.
Cinema tripod.
Can do up to
Ooh. Ooh.
2160p at 60 FPS Ultra HD.
Oh, this
Okay,
Blackmagic
guys.
4K. Oh, is it the pocket cinema camera that you're looking at? It comes with
No,
a lens.
I went down a little bit to the Blackmagic Micro Studio Camera 4K G2.
Oh,
Oh, and
this
they
Blackmagic pocket camera
They got
for only
Blackmagic.
1,100.
They
You
have
get a
they
lens.
have monitors. Blackmagic monitors.
Hell yeah!
There's this fucking nice ass tripod in Calgary. It's like one of the ones we use at school. It's only $110.
Listen, we're going to Calgary. Let's just go pick up a whole bunch of stuff.
Didn't our prof buy like one of the little monitor things from Blackmagic, but it has like the tiniest screen. It's like a 1.5-inch screen or something.
Well, that's pretty useful. Oh, you mean like the switcher?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a tiny screen, but we just use that for like the multicam stuff, and then it adapts to a TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, there's another one in Calgary. A Manfrotto MVH502A. Manfrotto, yeah, the ones we use in school. $450.
Hell yeah.
Now,
Right.
hear me out. If we could talk him down to 400 and we each pitch in like 100 and some, that's not that bad.
And then we also get the pocket cinema camera.
I'm watching the boiled one singing, just the two of us.
Okay. Okay. So we have our tripod, we have our camera, and we got our monitor. Now we need to look up audio.
A microphone. Yeah.
Audio, film. Okay. Okay. And then lights. Oh my god. Oh my god. In Edmonton, there's a fucking film editor for sale. Synchronizer. We need it. We need it. Guys.
We need it.
Guys.
Listen up.
We need it. We need it.
It's not a want, it's a need.
Uh-huh.
Critters,
For sure.
I'm sure you guys
Donate.
have fallen in love with us by now, and you're horribly parasocial, so
this is
send
what
us.
we want.
Yeah, we're opening up
Thousands of dollars. Send us like
GoFundMe.
$100,000 and we should be
That's
good
our
to get
Christmas
everything
list.
we want.
That's our Christmas list right there.
You don't want to ruin our Christmas, do you, Critters?
I'm wondering if I forget his name, the guy who has the Bathroom Chronicles. I wonder if he'd want to, support us by sending us a large sum of money. I think he probably has a lot of money.
The Bathroom Chronicles?
Yeah, like it's like Rex Haas or something on Instagram.
No clue what you're talking about, my friend.
Sent me the video.
No idea.
You sent me it,
Ethan. Is that the thing that Sam said this is the perfect guest for Bathroom Break or something?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that guy.
It's a deep cut.
I think he'd probably want to sponsor us, send us like a couple
I think Elon Musk would want to sponsor us.
We just say that we're gonna do content exclusively on X, and then never do.
Okay.
We might have a connection. We might have a connection with Elon Musk because there is this guy, Aaron Hodges. A shout out to the Aaron Hodges Experience podcast. He on his first episode, he said that Elon Musk actually got him boy preggers.
Okay.
Wow.
So.
Well, ain't that something?
Yeah. So maybe I could get in contact with him, get in contact through Elon Musk through him, and we could probably get some money rolling.
It would be so nice to have a cool tripod, man. That'd be so nice. Oh
So
my
nice to
god.
have everything. And while we're at it, like, let's just get 3 cameras so that we can start recording these Critterpit episodes.
If there's any
I-
like, if there's any like, Saudi Arabian oil baron sons that want to send us a lot of money that are fans of the Critter Pit, that would also be really nice.
We'll take your money.
Yeah, we will gladly take your money and we will use it for film equipment.
We're good.
And for head explosions.
Yep.
Lots and lots of head explosions.
Mostly head explosions.
Mostly head explosions and maybe a little bit on a camera. But
Everything's so expensive.
Yeah. Speaking of head explosions, Longlegs has some head stuff.
I keep calling it Longlegs because that's what fucking Graham was calling it.
that's not
On
what
the
I was
mud
calling
hole episode?
That's not what I was calling it.
Or that's what
Aren't
Jake
you
was
on the
calling
record
it. Yeah.
calling it that?
I might have called it that once because Jake had already called it that. And that was a typo. Just want to make everyone aware
it's
that
just
was
a
a typo.
But like every time I've referred to this movie, I referred to it as Longlegs just
But
because I've had
you
it stuck in
finally
my
watched
head.
it. You finally watched it, Ethan.
I did.
did.
It was
And
all
you
right.
loved it. You loved it. Scariest film in the last 5 years.
Scariest film
No,
of the century.
not really. It's a little silly. It's silly.
It
Great atmosphere.
yeah.
Great
I
atmosphere.
will say
but
it does horror so well for like the first, maybe even half of it, but towards the
I
end,
don't know.
I don't know
I had
either.
a really tough time getting into it. Like I loved the atmosphere and the technical elements, but it reminded me too much of Silence of the Lambs. And that's like
Yes,
the
that's
worst.
all I could think of
That's
the
the
whole
worst
time.
thing
Okay.
a lesser film can do, like a more mid film can do, is constantly remind you of a better film you wish you were
Yeah.
watching.
having not
That's
seen
the,
Silence of the Lambs,
I
having not
saw it
seen it,
I saw it July 23rd. So
Yeah, we watched
I
it in theaters. It was awesome.
wait, was that July 22nd or July 23rd, Sam?
It was around there.
It was one of those two
this
days.
was in Edmonton.
Yeah.
Right after I got tattooed.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Still
like
stinging.
right after.
Still stinging.
Still stinging. That's not good.
Yeah. No, it was still stinging when I saw the movie. Not like, yeah, it still
Yeah.
fucking hurts so bad. Like
Yeah.
I'm still getting it.
Yeah.
That would be a fun little horror short film concept. Like you get a tattoo and it just feels like it's constantly being added on to every day. It's like you
Yeah.
just see ink still being like pierced into your skin till it covers all of you. That'd be
Brutal.
sick. But no, yeah, I've seen it much too recently to fully immerse myself in this one. But
Mhm.
great atmosphere, really fucking sick lighting. I love how
Yeah.
warm this movie looks. I forgot to letterbox this movie.
This
What has
movie is
become of
kind
me?
of dark though. Like I thought we were over like incredibly dark movies.
I didn't
as a
mind how
culture.
dark it.
I don't know. I feel like it
God.
used darkness pretty well. Like the only really, really dark scene I can think of was in the barn when they're like at that place where the one girl survived.
I
They're going through
fucking
the
love
barn.
the lighting there. I love the
Yeah.
lighting there. Those like streaks of light through all the haze. Very well hazed film. I'll give it that.
Oh
Yes.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
God, that looked gorgeous.
Quite
I wanted
hazy.
to like recreate like that shot where they got into the attic and you just have the two slits of light coming from like the ceiling, and then you have their flashlight swinging about too in that. Fucking
Yeah.
looks sick as hell, man. Like a video game almost. Looked awesome.
Yeah. So I think we should go on all about the good. We should compliment Sandwich this film.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
Because they need to
I love
improve.
Nick Cage. I love Nick Cage.
I love
I
Nick
always
Cage
love
too.
Nick
I think
Cage.
he's the best part of this movie.
He is.
Oh,
and
man.
they severely underutilize him.
Yeah.
I loved him so much.
It's such a
I
shame.
will say you had a good point in your review, Graham, just like going in this if you don't know who Nick Cage, I don't know if that's even possible, but I feel like
Yeah.
somehow you go into this less acquainted with Nick Cage and you're able to see not Nick Cage there, it works much better. It works
One review
significantly.
that I saw said that if it had been like an unknown actor, because for me I found it very distracting it was Nick Cage, but if it had been like Crispin Glover or something like that, I feel like that
I will
would have been
say
good.
it was humongously distracting, but I'm
Yes.
so lost in the Nick Cage sauce that I loved it. I love Nick
Yeah.
Cage.
Like I love his performance so much. It's so
It was
off-putting.
very,
Like-
very singular.
I can't
every
take it seriously though.
every
Like,
character
neither,
in this
but I
movie
love
is
it.
off-putting. Every character is off-putting in it, but Nick Cage is off-putting in such a different way. Like
See, I don't know.
that's one thing I kind of went in like everyone's an alien in this film. No one's a
Yes.
human.
It's like a Wes Anderson movie. Like every character is so weirdly stilted. Like nobody's
Yeah.
human.
And I kind
I
of
need
like that.
to-
That works really well for like the first half when you're not
I
acquainted
just-
with these characters. You have no
just
idea what they're
don't-
thinking because they're alien.
And I feel like it works too if it's like this new FBI special agent, right? Like they're new to this world, they're not comfortable, so it makes sense that things would feel alien to them and like weird maybe. But then
Kinda like
as
the
it goes along and she
extreme of
develops
silence.
relationships with characters and none of the characters become more human. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I felt just consistently disconnected from the characters throughout.
Yes.
Which I think does
Especially
end
the
up
boss.
playing into its
So
fault towards
stupid.
the end. Yeah.
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 There was one thing I wanted to talk about, and this kind of ties into like the alien characters. And I remember watching a video essay like a long time ago on bad decisions in horror movies and why they're so important. And so many horror movies do them wrong, where they're like, this character has a lot of options, and they pick the worst one. And you need bad decisions in horror movies to make the plot go along. Because if people aren't making bad decisions, there's not going to be any horror.
They need to be rational.
Well, not even bad decisions, but you need them to make like the wrong
Rash,
decision.
yeah,
It
the
needs
wrong
to be
decision.
But they still need to be rationalized within that character.
Well, even like
as
like
Alex
if
likes
you
to say, right? Every
the ability to rationalize their decisions. Like the example they used for a good example was the movie Green Room, which I haven't seen yet, but it's an A24 movie, and
Patrick
it's about.
Stewart.
Is he in it?
Yep.
That's cool. Anyway, it's this band, and they're playing at this bar full of skinheads, and their final song. They play this because they don't like the audience. They play this song just insulting the entire audience of skinheads, and then the entire bar turns on them, and they're locked in the green room, and there's everyone outside trying to like kill them.
Oh,
So
I
they're
don't
in
know
this
why
position
I
where-
don't know why I thought you were talking about Green Knight, man. My bad.
No, Green
My
Room.
brain. It's
So
like there were skinheads in Green Knight. I missed. Like, what movie was this?
That
Yeah,
completely
Green Room.
went
That's
over
with
my head.
but no, they're in a
that's Brie
position where
Larson, right? Is that Brie Larson?
I don't know.
No, you're thinking of Room.
There's too many rooms, man.
No,
Not The Room.
Green Room, not Room.
Green Room.
Not The Room.
Green Room with Anton Yelchin and Patrick Stewart.
Not
Patrick Stewart.
Brie
Yeah.
Larson.
Not
No.
Brie Larson. That's a Room.
But anyway,
But
they're
not
put
The
in
Room.
a position where all they can make is bad decisions. And in this movie, like, there's definitely good decisions they could make, but because they're so alien, like the bad decisions never work out badly in this movie. Like right at the start, there's the scene where she's with her partner, her FBI partner, and they're looking for this murderer who's apparently armed. They're not going to go easily, and they're just going door to door because they have no leads on where this guy is. And then she uses her magic powers to find the house, and her partner gets shot in the head. And if you're an FBI agent, the first thing you're probably going to do is be like, oh shit, we need backup. My partner just died. But what does she do? She just runs into the house blindly.
Yeah.
And it pays off. Like, and she does this multiple times throughout the movie where she just runs in blindly right into danger.
And they do, to be fair, they kind of explain it in the movie.
Yeah.
I think the explanation is stupid. But
Yeah.
She's clairvoyant.
She's like 50% clairvoyant.
Yeah.
Fuck. Hated that shit. Did
The
not
FBI
like that
has
shit.
like a test to see if
That was an
you're
explicit
clairvoyant.
psychic test.
It was
Yeah.
for them, right? And like they even say it, like they have a scene in the car where it's like, so you're like 50%.
I
Like,
thought
Yeah,
they were just
I
like.
hate how
I
that
thought
never
that
comes
was.
up again. That
I hated,
doesn't-
yeah, how like
FBI aspect never comes up.
wishy-washy they were with supernatural
Yeah.
things. Like the
Yeah,
FBI believes in like supernatural
hated that.
elements. Like I don't know, you need to do more with that if
That
you're going
could
to
be
introduce
that
it.
could be a really fun concept to play with. The FBI fucking around with like
Isn't that like
supernatural stuff.
X-Files though? Like
Yeah, like
Never seen
that has been kind of done before.
in
Like
Twin
you
Peaks
take
even?
Yeah, like Twin
Gotta
Peaks.
watch all Twin Peaks, man.
I'm trying to think of other examples. I mean, like even MK Ultra was kind of like going into that supernatural
You know that
uh,
was done right here in
in
Canada
Saskatchewan, yeah,
and
Yeah.
at
Montreal.
Sask Hospital, which
That's
unfortunately
part
they
of
tore down.
that's part of the
Our history.
inspiration for the thematics for a lot of Cronenberg films.
You know what
Just
I'm
that
actually
distrust
really,
in medical establishments here.
you know what I'm actually really kicking myself over. My friend's stepmom was a realtor, and she apparently had access to Sask Hospital, which was like the like asylum in Saskatchewan that MK Ultra experiments were done at, and it was reported to be haunted and everything. And before it was torn down, we could have gotten access potentially. Like we probably would have had to go with a guide, but we probably could have filmed some stuff in there, and that would have been so insane.
Yeah.
We
That
wanted
would have been
to do
awesome.
like a Phasmophobia in real life. If you played that game, it's like a ghost hunting game.
Mm-hmm.
But we want to
I
shoot
played a bit.
something.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah, like it would have been crazy. But then
so sick.
I really want
unfortunately,
to
they
do a
tore it
ghost
down.
script. I really want to do a ghost film.
Because God forbid, Canada can't let buildings just rot. They got to tear them down.
Missioner, man, we gotta do something at
No
the
old
Missioner.
buildings.
That'd be very fun. Y'all know about the Missioner lore here in Red Deer?
Is that the
They like
the
the swimming
lobotomized
pool
people there? Is
now.
that one?
I'm pretty sure it was sterilizations for a lot of disabled
Oh.
and indigenous women
Hell yeah.
for a long, like in the 30s too, so not that far removed.
Yeah.
And you go there now. Let me tell you, it has forceful sterilization vibes still.
You feel the vibes?
The one time we tried to go swimming there, we walked into the place middle of the day. Not a single soul was like anywhere in the building. So we just walked to the pools because it's like, I guess we're going swimming. Whole place was empty, right? And we go into the changing rooms and we peer into the pool, and there were just all these children, not a grown up in sight, just all like standing around, staring
Oh,
blankly. The vibes are so fucked.
freaky.
And then when we left, there were just a bunch of kids running around. It's like, where are the adults? What is happening here?
They've
Are you
all
all
been sterilized.
are you the souls of all the kids who are
It was the children of the pool.
pre-abortions?
Did this inspire your pool movie, like the
No,
movie that you picked? Okay.
maybe a little bit, just with the Yeah, I think the idea came off of like a brain
Scary
sesh with
pool.
that with Keegan or Caleb.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you remember that song, that pitch.
Oh, I mean, that's a monumental night in my life when we went to the premiere of Last of
That's
Us.
true.
I remember
Critterpit.
a lot about that night. Critterpit was born that night.
Yeah, I like that idea, that pitch.
Yeah, it was a good pitch.
If like I could feasibly film that, I think that shit would be so fucking
Yeah.
cool.
The problem is, finding that space.
Anyway,
That's like a long-term project.
I want to get back to FBI and Supernatural. This is another one.
Mhm.
You guys might not like this example, but Death Note.
I need to watch Death Note.
Never seen
I've heard
it.
it's great. I've heard it's fantastic.
So that one,
that Netflix show, right?
No, that's
It's a movie, right? That live action
Alex
movie.
Wolf's. That's Nat Wolf. Alex Wolf's brother plays Light Yagami, and the main character.
That was a
I can't
discovery
believe I
this
never
weekend.
include that in, but no, in the original show, I mean it happens in the movie as well, but so basic plot of it, the main character, or there's these like death gods, and one of them's like, I'm bored, I'm gonna throw my notebook that I write people's names in for when they die, I'm gonna throw that down to earth and let someone use it. And then main character finds it and he tests it out on like some criminals on TV, kind of grows mad with power, and he's like, oh, I can make like a safer world by just like killing all criminals with my death note, and they just die.
I could be trusted with that.
I could definitely be trusted with that too. But anyway, right at the start, this is like in the anime, this is like episode 2 or 3 or something. Right at the start, the FBI, or the Japanese equivalent of the FBI, like narrows it down to his neighborhood of like who could be mysteriously killing all these people. Because like he can also write how they die, so he can write that like they take their blood and they write stuff on the wall with it before they die, and they'll do that. You almost go into like a trance. So like he creates this persona for himself as like Kira, which is I think just like Japanese pronunciation of killer. So it's Kira, Kira. And they immediately narrow it down because they just play like criminals on the news just in his neighborhood or like his like part of Japan. And like it happens to be like the first neighborhood that they tried or whatever, or like the first prefecture or something.
Now that's
It's like
lucky.
the first one that they tried, and they narrow it down. They're like, "Oh, okay, he lives somewhere here." But they're like fully believing it from the start. The police force in Japan, and they're hunting him down like immediately. They're like, "Yeah, this guy has supernatural powers that he's using to kill people." So there's a couple examples in media where they do that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll have to check those out because what I found with this project is like with Longlegs is that I was really enjoying the idea like when they're just teasing it out right because at the start I'm like, oh, this is going to be an idea that's developed upon that will have dope ramifications throughout the plot. But it was
No,
so wishy washy.
yeah.
And I
Yeah.
love the visuals with that, like that psychic test, even though I didn't know it was explicitly a psychic test when I was watching it. I love the visuals there, just like the images they flash in front of her in
Yeah.
that room. I love that. I was really loving the visual look of the film, and especially that scene.
And then
It's
they
all
just
very
they don't do
sterile
anything.
too. Like the
Mhm.
sets are kind of clean. Like they're
Yeah.
grimy, but they're clean. Like
That is
they
an
don't look lived in.
interesting
Nothing looks
thing.
lived in.
Yeah.
You know,
Except
Mhm.
for maybe the mom's house,
the
like where it's like
house.
a hoarder house. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. They do have that excellent Bill Clinton picture though up
Yeah.
in the
I
FBI.
love
It's such the distracting
the
picture.
George Bush. I love
Like
George
Yeah,
Bush.
I don't understand why they had to
Bill
make it
Clinton.
so prominent in the frame. It's like
I
almost
know.
center frame. Your
It
eyes
it
I
like
immediately
distract
love.
me through the whole
Yeah.
movie because I was like, what time period is this now? Because they keep talking about the 70s, but I'm pretty sure Bill Clinton is like the 90s.
It was the
Uh,
90s,
It
right?
was the 90s, and I think like
Because the
Yeah.
70s is just
no,
when she was a girl.
yeah, 70s.
Yeah. No, it was just it distract. I couldn't do the math in my brain properly.
I think for me, why it was so easy because I had heard all of your guys' discussions beforehand. Where Graham thought it was
Yeah.
George Bush, and you were like, "No, it's Bill Clinton." So I was like, going in this, I have one thing on my side. I know exactly the
You
time
know
period
when
we're
it
in.
is.
Because
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I watched a video and they were like, "Yeah, it's George Bush," and I was like, "Oh, okay."
Definitely
I
not a
thought
Bush.
it
No,
was
it's
Bill
definitely Bill
Clinton, but
Clinton.
I
Yeah.
guess it's George Bush. And then
It was
yeah,
So you got to redact that
definitely.
for the mud hole
yeah,
episode that you guys
I got
recorded.
I got gaslit by a YouTube video.
Yeah.
When is that episode dropping? Is our episode going to be out first, or is yours already out?
Ours is gonna be out tomorrow.
Honestly, this one's probably this could be up first. We still have
Damn,
to
we're
drop.
We got the
Mad
goods.
Max.
stealing your guys' thunder on this like 2-month-old movie. Got 'em.
Yeah.
Um,
I watched this movie a while ago, so my
I don't
memory
know.
may be a
Have
little
you
hazy.
guys seen a lot of the like advertising for the movie?
Not a single
Oh
thing.
yeah.
Because like the advertising, like, and I talked with Dom about this as well. The advertising for this movie went so hard. It was so
Where are you
intriguing.
guys seeing movie ads? I guess because I'm just not seeing movies in theaters as
I-
much, like all summer pretty much.
I
But I'm
saw
not
like
seeing ads for anything.
I saw one trailer in a theater, and then I think I saw the rest, like a couple ads on YouTube. But they did like a lot.
Yeah.
They had a whole ARG going. I can actually call. They bought a billboard, and they just put a number on it. And
Yeah.
I'll
They also
say
had a
the
lot of
number.
social media ads, like a lot of like audience reaction kind of things. As the movie was coming out, like I saw a lot of those kind of posts.
See if I can
Okay.
find the number. Okay, the number is 458-666-4355. So
They
they
got
bought
a
a billboard.
666 number.
Yeah, with just that, and it's Bend, Oregon, United States. And I'll call it so you guys can hear this. It's pretty cool.
Call is completed. Long distance charges may apply.
Okay, it's just calling.
Little angel. Happy birthday to you.
Oh my God, it's Nick Cage.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
Yeah.
I did
So-
love Nick Cage in this movie. Man.
Yeah,
you would just
I
hear
love
his
him.
silly
Crazy
little voice
prosthetic.
there.
I like the prosthetic.
I was so confused by the prosthetics, and I wish they had like done like
He's Hail
wish-
Satan.
no, I wish they had done. No, there is a reason why he has the prosthetics.
So
But
it's
they
not Nick Cage.
they never show it in the movie. The reason is because Longlegs is supposed to be like an ex glam rock star who got a bunch of he got a bunch of botched plastic
Well,
surgery.
Fuck.
Also,
That's
that
sick.
opening quote is by T-Rex, who's a glam rock star.
Yeah, like they have references
lot of-
to it, but
yeah.
they never explain that, and that would be
I
so
think it's good
intriguing.
that they don't fully explain it. I think it's hinted in the movie enough that he's.
I think maybe
a
if they
glam
had
rocker.
like if they
I
had
just wish-
shown
I just
him
wish we got
as
more of
in
him.
his prime, if they had shown him in his prime or something at some point in the movie, so you're like, this is what he's become. How did he get to this point?
I wish we got more of him.
But they
because
don't explain how he got to that point. Like,
Yeah, like he's
it would
like,
add an hour to the movie.
I don't think it would add an hour. I think they could just like put some quick little things in just to show like this like he's famous. He's a famous person.
I just
and-
wanted more Nick Cage, man. I was here for Nick Cage. I was
And
really enjoying him.
it seems like no one knows who he is, but he's supposed to be this famous glam rocker. It's
I just
so
wanted more
yeah.
of him, to be honest. I just wanted a little bit more.
Yeah, I think
it
it bugs me so much. The movie's called Longlegs. He's such an intriguing character. He's
He
just
is
like
the
this,
intriguing character.
yeah,
in this
he's
script.
Yeah,
just like
the
this-
lead is not my favorite.
like like all of his characterization fits into this like crazy ex-pop star like who's become a Satanist. Like even the message that he writes to the main character, that's like, your mother, I'm gonna like cut off her like her boobas
Hmm.
and stuff. Like all of that, it fits into this like completely deranged person, and it's like, oh no, Satan's real.
Fuck, I hated that.
Yeah,
I did
I
not
hate-
like that.
Yeah, I
That Hail
hate it.
It's felt like
Oh,
such a
yeah.
cop out.
That scene where he bashes his head is great. Great prosthetics,
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah, one of the best
disgusting.
scenes.
But the fucking like Hail Satan, that was so lame. I did not like that.
At the very
that was-
end or at that part?
At that part.
I
At
feel
the
like
end,
if
it
they
was
had made up a
fucking-
different demon, even I would have been more
Yeah,
on board with it.
even if it wasn't
Yeah.
Satan, it's just him saying "Hail Satan" felt so edgy middle schooler. It was so.
Yeah.
The ending was so funny. I love the ending, but like in that
Yeah.
moment, just did not work.
Well, in that
Kinda
moment,
rubbed that
moment, he just kind of goes like "Hail Satan" and starts bashing his head. But at the end, he's being all like showy and doing the jazz.
Yeah,
hands,
and it
like,
works
yeah,
perfectly
"Hail
there.
Satan."
That
Yeah,
was
it's
awesome.
a good
I
ending. It's a
loved
great
that.
ending.
But
Graham,
in that
is the
moment,
idea with him
Ugh.
being a glam rocker, did he like sell part of his soul to the devil to become like successful? Like, does it go
They
that
they
far?
don't explain any of it.
I
Yeah,
like that angle. I
I
just
do
wish it
like
wasn't.
that angle
That's
as well.
that's
Yeah.
schlock though. That's like there's been 1,000
It's not
B
this
movies
movie.
like that. Yeah,
It's not this movie. But if
But
it was
has there
like
been
that,
any A movies like
if-
that?
if that's what he thought
No,
was
there's a
going on,
reason.
if it was just Insane Man, I would have liked that a little better.
Mhm. And he's just
Yeah, like
killing
maybe-
these people to appease this
maybe-
like fake demon that he's made up. He's
Maybe-
attributed to
Yeah,
his
'cause
success.
I really liked the imagery of the dolls. I found the dolls really creepy. Like that scene where they pull back the things and you find the doll in there. That was so eerie. So
Yeah,
creepy.
like you're like, oh shit, there's a person
Dolls-
under the floorboards.
There's a
Yeah.
reason dolls are like such a staple of horror because they just fucking work. They're creepy things, man.
Mhm.
I don't know if it's because I have trauma with dolls. Annabelle, all that shit scared the shit out of me. There's an episode of
No,
Carlos
it's
Ten's The Haunting Hour that like terrified me. You guys ever watch The Haunting
Slappy?
Hour?
No.
Is it
Oh my
Slappy?
god, it might have been Slappy. There was
The
just this
dummy?
doll. There's this dummy doll. It was the scariest thing. Oh my god.
It was probably,
Oh
it was
my
probably
God.
Slappy, yeah. Oh
I
no,
don't
no,
think
no,
it
no,
was-
no! I think
don't
no,
think it
no,
was
because the
Slappy.
haunting
I
hour,
don't
the
think it
haunting
was-
hour had the doll. No, no, I know what
Yeah,
episode
it
you're
wasn't
talking about. Yeah,
Slappy.
yeah, yeah.
I
No, it
remember
was a-
even in the intro, it was in it.
The-
I think.
The doll was like breaking stuff and getting the daughter in trouble, so it could like replace her.
Oh my God! Sorry. Fuck. I just pulled up a picture of that. I got just the most vivid flashbacks of my life, dude. That was awful. Oh my God. Why does it look so cheesy and bad? I remember this being the scariest thing I've ever seen.
Its design is
Or in the
becomes the
chat.
doll?
Let me see.
Does she become the doll?
Yeah, because it does a bunch of bad stuff to get her in trouble, so her family like ostracizes her, and then switches places with her, where she becomes the doll,
Oh, that thing was so fucking creepy.
and the doll's
Oh my
inside of her just like
God.
taking over her life. I think that design is probably based on those like early like human
thing-
animatronics
Fuck,
to like
y'all, that thing
replicate
kept me
emotions.
up at night.
That was a creepy doll.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's just me or if like it's just human psyche that dolls are fucked, but they're effective.
I think that's human psyche.
This might be kind of awful to say, but it does kind of look like that doll has an extra chromosome.
It's EFOC.
It does look a little EFOC.
Sorry, I'm watching the
Like
opening
Save it for the
sequence
mud
for
hole.
the
Haunting
eyelids.
Hour.
The eyelids.
Oh shit! Haunting Hour opening sequence. Can you even see the doll here? The doll there. It's so funny when you like revisit things that scared the shit out of you as a kid. It's just the most tame thing you've ever seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a behind the scenes photo of her like hugging the doll, smiling.
Yeah, it's just man, little baby when I was a kid.
Yeah,
Fucking
But
bitch.
weren't we all?
but yeah,
no, back
the
to my
dolls are
point.
cool.
I love the dolls. And I love the concept of them having an influence upon the family. I didn't like
Yeah.
it being an explicit devil worshiper thing. I thought the route they were gonna go was gonna be something with those metal balls. Maybe it was like a speaker and a camera, and it was like speaking to the kids, and there was some sort of influence there. That could have been cool.
I
That
really
could've been
like
really
the
cool.
idea that there's nothing inside the metal ball, like that it's almost a red herring, and the guy being like, "Oh, I heard like my
wife.
ex-wife's name being whispered all night," but no, that's just me being weird.
Yeah,
But then it's
that
not.
works if you're doing the supernatural route. But like, I
do think they
want
could have done the supernatural route, and it still could have paid
if they
off.
full committed. If they didn't
Yeah.
do the supernatural route, I think having those metal balls be like a speaker or like a camera, and this
But,
guy's
like-
just like literally
Yeah.
getting in the minds of these kids and the family.
Yeah,
Or
I
he can
think
like
that
move
could've
the
been-
doll around. Like he's just like
Yeah,
fucking
that
with the
could have been
family until they go
so
crazy.
sick. That could
But
have
then
been
it's just
so sick.
supernatural.
yeah, because
And half-assed supernatural at that.
it's so half-assed.
But
Like at the
final
ending,
scene is so fucking stupid. Like
we've
Oh,
established this guy. Like this guy, it doesn't make sense that he would just so easily fall into a trance with this doll. The doll just immediately makes everyone in the family go into a trance so
you're
easily.
talking
There's
about
no-
the boss, like the
detective.
FBI
the
guy.
boss. Yeah. At the end, like I'm not like it did
Not buying that.
narratively come full circle with him, but
Oh, but it was so clearly like signaled. Like I called that.
As soon as
like,
you meet that daughter, as soon as he's like,
Yeah.
"Why don't you come inside and meet my
why
family?"
don't you come to my birthday? It's like,
Oh my god, and she was such
I
a bad
hated
actress
that.
too. It
when's
was
her birthday?
great.
I
The
blame directing.
14th.
I blame direction for that one.
Oh no,
Like,
oh yeah, obviously, kids are never
Yeah.
gonna.
Yeah.
But like, it was a bad performance at the end of the day.
Mhm.
It was real rough. It was real rough.
and
Ugh.
the like main FBI agent is not working with this kid at all. She's being really like stilted and like.
I
but
didn't
not
mind
in-
that how
didn't-
stilted she
I did
was.
not really like her performance.
It's just the
I thought
kid was
she
so
was too stilted.
obviously reading off
There's
lines
also-
and
there's
getting through them
also-
as
Yeah.
quick as possible. She's got to feel the beats. She's got to feel the pauses.
There's also some weird stuff because, like, when you first see the doll's influence with that family where the girl survived because she was at school, and you see from like the eyes of the doll as the husband like kills the wife or whatever. We first established that this family's already messed up because you see the dad like with a bloody axe and he's carrying like the head of a cow he just decapitated with like a wood cutting axe.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Mhm.
so you establish that this family's already messed up. It kind of makes sense that they'd go crazy and kill each other.
Yeah, they're one step away.
But then you have this perfectly sane family at the end, and they just immediately all go into a trance, except for the wife, which is so
And also,
weird. Like,
if you're an FBI agent and there's like these targeted killings of
With
people, and you're
dolls.
like, you literally fall into that exact category. Like, wouldn't you be kind of
With the
worried? Like,
birthday and
Yeah.
everything.
wouldn't you be like
And then
on
a
guard?
doll pulls up. Like,
And
And
I also
quick
hate
is the
so much that
brainwashing?
they're only those three are at the birthday. Like, is this a COVID movie? Like, you can't have extras? Like, why is nobody else here? It's so weird.
I also
It
don't
all
really get
felt
like the plan just
forced.
always works perfectly where the mom brings the doll, says they want a gift from the church, they immediately
Yeah,
bring
it's
it
the
into their home.
90s. Like,
Yeah,
I
like
feel like people would turn that away.
even if I
Yeah.
was
Isn't
religious,
that
I
the height
would
of
not.
Stranger Danger? Or is that the
Yeah.
height?
Yeah. Satanic
Fucking-
Panic.
I like the Satanic Panic angle. Like my ideal movie
I
of
like it
this,
too. I
they
just wish it
either-
wasn't Satan. I wish it was anything else.
I wish it was
my
Longlegs.
my ideal version of this film is either go full in on the supernatural sauce, whole different movie, almost like schlocky,
Yeah.
but keep it like higher
Keep Nick
A24's
Cage.
vibe.
Nick
Oh,
Cage
yeah.
can do schlock.
Nick Cage is always in this movie in my dream.
Yeah.
Also, that
Or
sorry.
keep it pure Silence of the Lambs. Go harder on Nick Cage. Get him in there earlier in the film. I
Yeah.
don't know if I love the twist with the mom. I don't know if I
I
like.
don't love it.
I like it
I don't
conceptually.
mind the idea of it.
Yeah,
It
like
just
I
felt
like
I
the
like the fact
idea
that he's like living in their house. I think that's kind of
Yeah.
a fun twist.
And I also
Yeah.
like the idea that the mom's been completely manipulated, where she's like, I
Yeah.
need to protect my daughter. And it goes so far to the point where she's become evil in protecting her
Mhm.
And
daughter.
maybe if she had been like straight up the killer, like if it, like he's manipulated her so much,
that
Yeah.
she's
even that would have been better.
Yeah, it
I
just
don't know.
it felt too split and it felt too directionless. And Nick Cage unfortunately got robbed. I wanted more
Did
of
get
him.
robbed, yeah.
I want more Nick Cage singing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think the reason his
Just
character
watch
didn't
Silence
work
of the Lambs.
overly is just because he was in it so little that it was just so silly when he was there because
Yes.
he didn't get enough characterization for one, and for two, it was Nick Cage, so it was just this double whammy of sticking out like
Yeah.
a sore thumb.
Well, one thing, I wonder if they took inspiration because I kind of got a little bit of the vibe from Barbarian when they go like back in time and they show the guy who owns the
Mm,
house. I got a little
yeah.
bit of that vibe, but it
Yeah, I
doesn't
see
do it
that.
nearly as well as Barbarian. Like Barbarian
No.
just
I really
puts
like
puts you
Barbarian.
right in this guy's shoes. You
Barbarian's
follow him around.
great,
You have
man.
no
I gotta
idea who this
rewatch
guy
that.
is, and you
Yeah.
slowly learn that like, oh, this guy is pure evil. He's caused all of this.
Yeah.
I love Nick Cage's look and character in this movie. I hope there's like a bunch of deleted scenes somewhere.
Yeah, I really do like his look. Like they put so much effort into that, but I feel like they put more effort into Nick Cage's character than the story, and then didn't use him at all.
Yeah. It's weird. Like Nick Cage's character is in it so little. It feels almost like one of those like Bruce Willis movies where he's on set for like 3 days or whatever. So he's
know,
like
but
kind of
this was,
barely
like-
in the movie, but it's all marketed around him.
And
Like-
produced by Nick Cage too. Like this feels like he's pretty
Yeah.
intimately tied into this. So
I feel like
I don't
with
know.
Nick Cage, it's also weird because Nick Cage is like he's a super like pacifist. He doesn't want to play any roles where he's playing a killer.
Really?
And yeah, I watched an interview on this. Like, what is it? He's in Dead by Daylight, and I'm pretty sure like whenever people are putting him in stuff, they kind of gotta like tiptoe around stuff. Like with Dead by Daylight, they edit him in as a survivor, and I'm pretty sure they only told him about the game from the survivor angle. So like he did a like press conference with Dead by Daylight, and he's like, "I love this game. It's all about working together and overcoming the evil and surviving and hope." But like Dead by Daylight's about the opposite. It's about like this entity that's farming on the hope of these people and degrading the hope because they're in this like other like eldritch realm. And you can play as a killer and your whole goal is to slaughter everyone. like I feel like they told him nothing about that, and I feel like it was like, I don't know, I feel like he knows a lot about this movie. But
I'm sure he's played a serial killer before, though.
But he said to get
he
in.
must have.
He said to
Guaranteed.
justify being a serial killer in this, he was like, I needed to get in the head of this character and like, why does he want to kill people? He's hearing voices. It seemed a little surface level from him, to be honest.
Yeah.
But it seems like a lot of stuff is really surface level for Nick Cage.
I
Nah,
like Nick
Florida
Cage.
Nick
Have you
Cage.
seen Pig?
I
Pig
love
is
him.
so good. That's a recent
Pig is
Nick
fucking
Cage. That's
awesome.
incredible.
I haven't thought about
Yeah.
Pig in so long.
I do gotta watch
Pig
a
is
lot more
incredible.
Nick Cage because I haven't seen a ton from him. I want to watch Color Out of Space.
I've
I've
seen a lot of Nick Cage.
I've seen so much Nick Cage.
We should
Never
just
saw
do a
Dream
Nick Cage
Scenario.
movie. I gotta
I
see
Dude.
did
that.
not
too.
love Dream Scenario. Dream Scenario has like so much promise in the first 2 acts, and it falls off so hard. I would say even harder than this movie. Like
Oh man.
the explanations for things are just so stupid. Like
It's funny
And-
that like out of those two movies and Willy's Wonderland, I would say like Willy's Wonderland is the most like I don't know. It does what it's trying to do. It's a goofy movie.
I really enjoyed it.
Willy's Wonderland
Not
is
the best
schlock,
movie.
though.
Yeah.
It is schlock, but it's
complete
like
schlock.
it's not trying to be something really great. Like it's not trying to be super artsy. It's trying to be schlock. It's trying to be fun.
Yeah.
That's
and
why
there's
we
a
love Nick
place
Cage because he
in
can
the
do it
world.
all.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
those movies. And I'm so excited when we get back to the main lineups. We're eventually going to get to The Rock with Nick
Yeah,
Cage. It's
Finally,
going to be epic.
He plays Dwayne Johnson.
I love Nick
He
Cage.
does.
I did a few years back in high school, Nick Cage November, where I watched a lot of Nick Cage.
We should do
And-
that this year.
Yeah.
I would be so down. And I really fell in love with Nick Cage as an actor because he's one of those
There's-
actors who, everyone loves growing up. It's fucking
There's
Nick
that
Cage.
there's that one Nick Cage movie. It's called like The Parents or something like that.
Mom and
where-
Dad.
Mom and Dad,
Dad's
Mom and
so
Dad.
much
Yeah.
fun, man.
Yeah, I want to watch that one.
And then the poster spells mad. Incredible.
Oh,
Incredible.
Yeah, Mom and Dad's such fun, man.
yeah.
What
I've
I
heard
like
that was
learned
really
to
schlock.
love with Nick Cage is he just brings such a fucking infectious energy to every
Yeah,
single
yeah.
film he's in. That is just it's movie magic. It's pure distilled movie magic, and it's
Like,
lovely. It's wonderful, and that's why I genuinely think he's one of my favorite or one of the best actors ever. Just because what he brings to the table is so unique to him.
It is so unique to him, but like I feel like that almost makes him like those
know.
types of performances
He
aren't
stands out.
great acting. They're different and they're really captivating. But I don't know if they're great acting. Those like freakouts that he does. In his movies.
I love it. I think
I love
think
him. I
that's
love
Dan.
him. I love
I
him.
can't say that they're not great acting just because I love him so much.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm at. I think they stand like it's almost like a different
Like they need to play
standard.
in.
I'm testing it again.
He
He
just
says
like
that he has a whole different like his system for acting is unique to Nick Cage, right?
I think I'm too
like
deep on the Cage
nouveau-
sauce
what's
because
it
I'm like
called?
all in on that.
Yeah.
I almost feel like Glenn influence from Nick Cage.
Glenn influenced Nick Cage.
Nouveau shamanic. That's what Nick Cage's acting style is. Nouveau
Break that
shamanic.
down for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna
It is
research.
to increase one's imagination without restraint and avoidance of experiencing the sense of being ingenuous. So just
I love
go
it.
all out. Don't doubt yourself.
I love that.
If you have a feeling, then that means that it's the right feeling. Which is
Fuck yeah. He's so based. Have you
Like-
guys seen National Treasure?
No,
oh yeah. You haven't seen National
love-
Treasure?
Fucking love
like I said, I
National
haven't
Treasure.
really seen a lot of Nick Cage movies.
We gotta
That's
watch
going on
National
the
Treasure,
Nick Cage
man.
November.
I've seen
National
Willy's
Treasure
Wonderland. I've
It's
seen
genuinely fucking Kino.
Kick-Ass.
Oh my god. National
I-
Treasure. I own like 6 copies of the DVD. It's such Kino.
It's so good.
It is so
Oh, and I saw The Croods.
Croods is pretty good.
Is
Croods
that
is
Nick
solid.
Cage?
Yep.
Yeah.
I want to watch this Scorsese Nick Cage, man. Bringing out
Yeah, I
that.
love the poster.
Yeah, oh my god. I want that
I think
poster.
Nick Cage is a pretty good voice actor. Like he kind
Yeah,
of like
definitely.
chameleons
He's
into his
fucking
roles.
awesome in
voice
Spider-Man.
acting. Yeah.
He's playing live action Spider-Man Noir as well. Like they're making an Amazon show with him.
That would
Oh
be
my
super
god, yeah, I
fun.
forgot he's Spider-Man Noir. Like that's how well he
Mhm.
blends in into his animated roles.
See how much we're just talking about Nick Cage unrelated to Longlegs? Like,
Yeah.
I just what the fuck? He's in Avengers?
No, he's not.
What?
Yeah,
It
he's
says
Tony
he's in a-
Stark.
Since he's in Avengers Secret Wars, whatever
Oh,
that is.
well, yeah, he's probably. I mean, he'll come back as
Ghost
what's
Rider.
his name?
Oh,
Ghost Rider.
yeah. Fuck yeah, that's
Ghost
my
Rider
Ghost Rider
2 is
right
one of
there.
the craziest
Oh my
movies
God.
ever.
I never
That's
saw the
my
second
fucking
one. I
Ghost
remember
Rider.
The second
loving
one is
Ghost
insane.
Rider.
That's my Ghost Rider. That's my Ghost Rider right there.
I never watched the second one. I remember watching the first one when I was really little, and I loved it.
Yeah, no, that second one goes crazy.
That's my. I would be an all the way Marvel boy if Nick Cage Ghost Rider was brought back.
But
I'm sure.
Permanently.
yeah,
Will
there's
be.
like Nick Cage. He does that in so many movies that like screaming, like I don't know. It's like it's only Nick Cage screams like that. It's so weird.
Here's the
But,
question:
like,
do you think Nick
Kick-Ass.
Cage can be distilled by the Marvel formula? Do you think they can rein him in to get him on board with just the quips and the shticks? Can they
Marvel is
distill
so
Nick
tightly
Cage?
edited that like
It is.
Yeah,
he just
I don't know
says
if
the
he'd
line,
like
he'll be
that.
fine.
Yeah,
Because I don't
He
want
would
him in
love
the
it,
MCU.
but, he'll do it.
You think he'd do it for the money?
Oh yeah.
He needs the money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does he still need the money? I remember hearing that like 5 years ago. He has done so many movies.
I'm sure
How
that
in-
he is not the most financially. I feel like he's been divorced like 3 times since then, even.
He owns so many castles and dinosaur bones.
Yeah.
I need to smoke
we
up
should
with
write
Nick
we
Cage.
should write a film. We should pitch it to A24 and have Brendan Fraser and Nick Cage.
He
No,
was
we
married
need
to
to
Elvis Presley's daughter, which I
You
think
know
is
what we need
crazy.
to do? We need to write a movie, and we just need to. It's just Longlegs, his character from Longlegs, but we just give him the proper treatment.
Yeah.
That's what we hit.
Rewrite Longlegs.
Yeah.
I'll hit this with a 6 out of 10. I liked it for the most part. I had a good time with it.
Let
Yeah,
me
it's
see what
probably-
I get. I think
I gave it a
gave
7,
higher
but
than that. I might have
I
also
went with somebody who like gave it a 5, so I felt like I
There
couldn't
you
give it
go.
anything lower than a 7. But it's probably a 6 or a 5.
see.
Like
I
6 out of
gave
6 or a 5 out of 10.
If I ever rewatch this, it's definitely 5.
I also
10.
gave it a 7.
The thing is that like I want more horror movies like this. Like
Yeah, definitely.
I like a lot of the way that the story is told, but just the story itself did not work for me.
Hmm.
You know, I'd rather watch Sounds of the Lambs.
There are
again.
some cool parts like Jake was mentioning on set. There's like the bullet wound being an upside down cross. Like there's some cool stuff they do with the supernatural and Satanist aspects, but it's such like there's. I feel like the movie sets itself up to be like all the plot holes are explained by Satan.
Yeah.
And then we're not even gonna fucking go into that South very much.
Yeah,
It's just gonna be
Yeah.
thrown on. It's
we're just
lazy.
gonna
You
show
can't
him
have
in the
it both
background
ways.
a little bit. Yeah,
You cannot.
Glenn would have an aneurysm.
yeah.
Yeah,
We're
the
gonna like get
story
to
is-
school and Glenn's gonna be like, "This is what we need to be making." guys."
Everyone, if you guys watch one movie this summer, does just the whole Oppenheimer spiel with Longlegs.
Yeah, imagine.
Gotta be
I don't
Longlegs.
think he would. I don't think he'd like.
No,
Long-
I don't think so either.
What's the natural metaphor?
Spider.
Yeah, I think definitely Spider. Like even in that first act of the film when she's going through that house, all of the like plastic sheets are almost
Yeah.
feel like cobwebs. It's so
But
freaky.
that ceiling
Yeah.
shot of the doll when it's revealed for the first time. Spider.
Creepy.
Creepy. 6 out of 10. You know this is
Yeah.
directed by the son of Anthony Perkins.
I
Yeah.
did.
I did know
Osgood.
that as well.
That's a
I
sick name,
watched like an
Osgood
interview
Perkins.
from him as well. So I forget his dad died pretty young.
Yeah, Anthony Perkins.
Yeah, Anthony Perkins died pretty young, and then
Anthony
the
Perkins
film-
also
the film-
directed some of the sequels to Psycho.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the film's apparently based on Oz Perkins' like mom telling him these stories to like protect him from what was going on in his immediate like family life and stuff. And then apparently his mom was on the airplane that went into one of the twin towers on 9/11.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so both of his parents died fairly young. And
Damn.
yeah,
That's crazy.
Poor Osgood.
so a lot of trauma from this guy.
So when you say that, when you kept saying on your podcast that it was George Bush in this movie, that's a little,
That's-
it's a little insensitive.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that was
That's
on
clairvoyant.
purpose. That was on purpose.
That's clairvoyant.
I was trying to be insensitive there.
You're trying to fuck with him a bit.
I was going a little Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure I said on the podcast, I was like, we fully agree with George Bush. We fully agree with everything he's done, including
no!
9/11.
Osgood's gonna be like, damn, you know what I need today? I'm in such a bad mood, right? I need to pick me up. I'm gonna go watch a podcast on one of my movies, see what people say about it. People like this movie, right? Oh, what's this? The Mud Hole? Wow, okay. Opens it first thing. We love George Bush. Not even relate to anything in the movie. We
But
love George
the
Bush.
Mudhole podcast had a better or more favorable review of Longlegs, right?
Well,
think so.
Jake really liked it. Matt really liked it. Like
Yeah.
Matt. This might be embarrassing for him, but I honestly wish I was in his position watching this movie. Matt was cowering in his seat.
Wow.
His like ears covering his eyes at certain parts. He was like sunk down. He was
That's
like
epic,
he was
man.
taller than me. He was like half my height in his seat because he was so scrunched down into it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I wish I could be that scared by this movie, but
Yeah.
I found it a little bit freaky at the start. Like honestly,
freaky.
I was more scared by Barbarian, and that's like a comedy.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, Barbarian has its freaky moments, man.
Yeah. I mean, towards
Barbarian was awesome.
the end of Barbarian, I don't think I was scared at all. It becomes so like
It was becoming very silly.
Yeah, it's so silly.
But I was like,
it's
getting an
fun.
emotional
That movie's
reaction in
fun.
a different way, right?
Even
Yeah.
Turn hollering.
even the part with where they introduce like the secondary character. I forget the actor's name. I like him though, but he has this whole
the
thing where
douchey Me
Justin
Too
Long?
guy.
yeah,
Justin Long?
he's being accused of sexual misconduct.
Yeah, he's getting
Yeah.
Me Too'd or whatever.
Yeah. And like that is such good horror because like that's like one of my fears is like if I'm ever like in the industry getting like falsely accused.
But
of
he
something.
definitely
did
did it in that
he
movie.
definitely did it, and I think they show that way too early. I think that'd be such a good twist at the end, where they're like, he's actually a
You'd
really
have
bad
to
person.
you have to rewrite the movie quite a bit for that. I like the way they do it now, just
Yeah.
like
'Cause, like,
explicitly
they could-
awful.
they
He's
could
such
make
a
it-
douche. Like
Yeah.
It helps with the
making
tone
it
switch
so
I
that, like,
found.
yeah, I think so too.
Because I feel like they could do like a reverse like anti-character growth with him, where like you're so sympathetic with him, and then he slowly becomes worse and worse, and he's trying to like justify himself.
I think it works in that it's like you don't know if he will save this woman. Like you feel that he won't. Like I think the stakes are almost raised because of that.
Yeah.
And he's trying to, but he's not good at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, throwing her off the building.
Love
Or
it.
off the water tower.
Got rewatch Barbarian, man. Such a sick film.
I love Barbarian.
Yeah.
It's so like that was a period where I was hanging out with some like other people a lot more, and like everyone I
Mhm.
showed this to like hated it.
Barbarian?
Yeah, like
You should have come with us. We had a
Yeah,
good
me,
time.
Jake,
Like,
Sam watched it, and it was
I think
the
Yeah.
best. We had
Carson-
a great theater experience. Everyone in the
We
theater
did.
was jamming with it, like
Yeah.
yelling and hooting and hollered. It was
Yes.
awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was really good.
like Carson hated it.
Damn,
Emily
Carson.
on her first watch hated it, and then I think she watched it again and was like, it's not too bad. But I think Emily hates Smile. Carson really liked Smile.
Never saw Smile.
No comment. Also didn't see it.
Smile is it's tough because it's like a movie that I also want to like, but I feel like it just does some really stupid stuff. I'm trying to give an example. Like
Longlegs.
the cinematography is cool in it, but it's not super like inspired. It's kind of like just a mishmash of like shots they've seen in other horror movies. Like they do like the upside down shot that's in Midsommar, where like the camera does like flips upside down and stuff. I had just watched a video essay on like Killing of a Sacred Deer and how every shot except for like I think there's less than 5 shots in that movie that aren't zooming in or out. And they did
That's
a bit
cool.
of that where there's shots slowly zooming in or out, but it's so inconsistent in it. Like color grading looks good and everything. I like the main actress in it. I don't like the director though. I watched some of the directors like because he made some short films that led to him getting greenlit for Smile. his first short film is like in the woods, and there's this guy who's like injured, and there's some creature like peeking at him from behind trees. And his like signature shot is he'll show the character's face, and like they see something, and then the camera will take like 20 seconds to pan and do like a full 180 to what they're looking at. And it's supposed to be building up tension, but it fucking sucks. It takes way too long, and it like loses its tension. You're like, because you're looking at nothing for 90% of that pan. You're just looking at like the side of the room. There's so much stuff like that. The short film that Smile was based on is a lot more fun. Like, it has a lot more of a fun tone. And it kind of goes in that like jump scare kind of territory towards the
Smile
end.
by Shane Dawson.
Shane Dawson. No.
You guys remember that shit?
I
Way
remember
more
seeing
fun.
that as a kid, and I never watched it,
Oh,
but I
me
remember seeing
neither.
the ads and that. I was like, that
Do
is
you
freaky.
remember? Do you remember
Scared.
the fucking like the creature?
Yeah, the smile creature with like the face, it's all skin with cuts in it. That thing
That shit,
freaked me out.
That thing freaked me the fuck out, man.
Yeah. I was like, this is got to be the scariest horror movie of all time.
It was called Smiley.
Smiley,
My bad.
yeah.
There he is for you critters at home.
Miley.
Yeah.
It was so scary. That thing scared the
that is
shit out of me
freaky.
growing up.
It is a nice freaky
is
design,
freaky.
but like I'm pretty sure it's a really bad movie.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Pretty
sorry, a
awful.
Shane Dawson movie was bad? I don't believe it.
That's
Shane
not possible.
Dawson's known for making some good cinema,
the
but this
presses.
was like his like first movie. I'm
An
pretty
early
sure.
work.
Yeah. So he was still working at
This
the
is where he peaked.
Fat suit
Dude,
Shane
I
Dawson.
loved Shane Dawson's like Paris Hilton sketches. Oh my god.
Fuck, Shane Dawson. Shane Dawson was rough.
Yeah.
There's like the Paris Hilton Cake Boss one.
I did watch him growing up. I can't lie.
Yeah, he
I
was
never
funny.
watched any Shane Dawson.
He was
liked his
genuinely
fucking-
like,
I
really
always
funny
knew he
in
fucked his
early
cat,
stuff.
and I was like,
His
bad
ghost
vibes.
videos. I liked his ghost videos where sometimes he talked about lucid dreaming, and that stuff really captivated me growing up.
I didn't watch him when he started doing the talk to the camera stuff. Like I only watched his sketches.
Oh, that's where I started. Sketch stuff.
It's such a shame that he like took
Was
them
it
all
like
down. Like it was so funny.
Letitia or something.
That I think wasn't one of them.
Oh, his
yeah.
like racist character.
Yeah,
He's like a
the
racist
really
minor.
racist one. Yeah,
he-
it's
Yeah.
He's kind of like
Shanae. I think it was Shanae.
Shanae. Yeah, it was
Oh.
Shanae.
So
Like-
fucked up.
It's kind of like Brandon Rogers.
Oh, I
But,
watched
like,
that guy too.
Brandon Rogers has the benefit of being like not white. So
Does he still exist, Shane
Right.
Dawson?
Shane Dawson's still doing stuff.
What the fuck?
'Cause he
Shane
got-
too?
Yeah, he got big on doing like conspiracy stuff. He's still pretty famous.
Yeah.
Dude, didn't he fuck
He has
his
a
cat?
kid now, right?
Oh, I didn't
Yeah,
know
he fucked
that.
his cat.
Yeah.
His YouTube banner is New Year, New Growth. If we ever get canceled for some despicable shit, we gotta
Yeah.
hit that banner. New Year,
We need a
New
YouTube
Growth.
banner. I don't even think we have a YouTube banner right now. I think it's just
We should do a
normal.
photo shoot. You know what we should do? We
should.
should do something with like all of our guests lined up, like a super edit of all of our guests together or something, all the critters in the pit or
Yeah.
something. Just look at all grimy and disgusting in the pit. That could be fun.
Anyway, Shane Dawson goated. We support everything he's done.
Come on the podcast.
Maybe the
Shane.
mud hole believes that.
Yeah.
God, you guys should look at his thumbnails. They feel like the TikTok of thumbnails.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ugh.
Anyways, Longlegs goated.
Longlegs goated,
One
love
mistake
it.
goated. George Bush goated.
Bill Clinton
And
goated.
Bill Clinton gloated.
Bill Clinton bloated.
Ugh.
No, I'm sure he's okay. I'm sorry, Bill. Don't cheat on your wife, though.
He was a Epstein guy, so
Who had
Don't
the
do that
or-
either.
Who had
Don't
the,
do that either.
Who had the oral sex scandal? Was that Bill Clinton?
Yeah, with
Monica Lewinsky.
Yeah, one of my
Monica.
friends was like building in Minecraft like a museum of like presidential greatness or
Clinton.
something, and then they had Bill Clinton in the oral office.
Oh,
pretty good.
shit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good show, boys. That was a
Yeah,
long
I
ep.
think we should watch some Shane Dawson.
Yeah, I think Longlegs would have been better if Shane Dawson was in it. Like if Shane Dawson played
Right?
Longlegs,
Dude, that's actually could be genius casting.
that
That
could
would have been
be.
pretty awesome.
I
That would have
don't
been very
know.
scary.
I don't know why those vibes fit so perfectly, but get him in some like I don't even need if he needs that much prosthetic, man. He'd be
Have
one
like the
creepy
main
motherfucker.
character is like allergic to cats, and Shane Dawson is in her basement with her mom's basement with a cat. So she like comes and
Keeps
she's like,
sneezing. She
oh
doesn't know why she's sneezing.
yeah.
Oh shit. What's this? Okay, to close us out, Graham, do you want to sing the Longlegs song you kept singing on one mistake?
Yeah.
If you let me in now, then it will be nice. But if you make me go now, then I'll have to come back. Not once, not twice, but as many times as I like. Did I cut off there at the end?